Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Game Station podcast. Yes, quite. Welcome. We're a little late today, and whose fault is that?
That's my fault. I'm so sorry. I felt so bad. Okay. Do you guys want to know, or do you want me to like come up with a fake story?
I think the fake story would be more interesting, and then you can follow up with the real one, and then we will vote on which one was the most entertaining.
It's like the life of Pi.
Oh, which story do you want?
Which story is more interesting? Apparently, that is a religious allegory.
Well, I mean, knowing me, the fake story would involve like aliens. Maybe here's what happened. I woke up this morning, right, and I went to the gym, and then I came home.
Sorry, it just feels like there's got to be like a tone between each part of this particular story. I woke up this morning.
I like it.
Yes.
And then I went to the gym. I opened up my closet.
I'm wondering what you're gonna run with closet.
You guys are awful at this.
Well, it's just my fault the three of them are trying to do exactly the same thing while desynced on voice over IP.
It's not working out.
No, it isn't.
It turned out there was actually a monster in my closet, and then it put me into a sleep state so that I could see my true self, but then I accidentally woke up late.
Welp.
So what was your true self like?
My true self she looked terrifying. I really don't want to meet her again ever, but I was glad for the opportunity, so I thank the monster from my closet. Thank you for helping me understand my true self and accept that I'm actually a terrible human being. And now I can move on with my life.
Sweet. Sounds good. Welcome to the Game Station podcast. We occasionally talk about video games. Sometimes some rather superstitious nonsense. Oh, man. Well. What we got coming in for the show this week? Well, we got this guy, Rui, also known as Rurikhan. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. Rurikhan here, and today I'm not bringing you a session of Dark Souls. That should be news for a lot of people.
And there was much rejoicing.
Oh, like tables are flipping.
The podcast
People are riding in the streets.
Morphs into Dark Souls. We're like, what happened? What's happening here? It's actually Dark Souls the whole time.
That would have been a shock. Well, there you go. Yes, Rurikhan, you are responsible for a great many things. What kind of things are you responsible for? What do you do on YouTube?
Well, on YouTube, I usually tend to cover a lot of the Souls series, so Demon Souls and Dark Souls. But apart from that, I also cover other games. A lot of PlayStation stuff, mostly because I mostly play PlayStation above everything else. But yeah, just mostly a lot of Dark Souls is what I'm known for on YouTube.
A lot of Dark Souls, yeah, actually.
All the Dark Souls.
On your channel right now, first impressions of Soul Sacrifice, actually, which would be an interesting thing. We will discuss that in a second, because I've been playing the demo of that, and Dodger's super jelly about that. It's like, it is right there.
So bad.
You just haven't had time. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Jesse, you are part of this show at times. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. How are you? What's up?
We're just peachy. Just peachy.
Sorry, I was trying to use like, be sure to retweet this, and I didn't even get a chance to. I got halfway through, and then you assaulted me verbally with your anger tones.
Hang on. You didn't manage to retweet it in the 4 minutes you had to press the retweet button?
Let's say I got distracted.
Oh my god, you're
But
useless.
what, Jesse?
Well, you see, I heard this noise from my closet.
Right.
And there was a monster. And the monster came out and he said, holy shit, Cox. There is this dumb redhead who would not stop talking to me for an hour.
Did he show you her true form?
About all of her he said her true form turns out to be just a whiny girl who complains about all of her problems constantly to everyone.
Oh, yeah, that sounds accurate.
And he was like, she would not every day. Like, no one appreciates me. No one loves
the caffeine
me.
problem is
All day. And he was like, I swear to God, I almost tentacle raped myself. That's what he told me.
I don't remember him having tentacles. I feel like you're talking about a different monster.
That's because he didn't pull down his pants in front of you. He's a gentleman. He's a gentleman monster. He's not, I mean, come on.
Right, yeah.
He's not one of those monsters that just goes around being monstery. He's a nice guy. And you drove him insane. He's sleeping.
Tentacles.
He's sleeping on my bed right now. He's had enough of you.
Well,
Tentacles and
this has got
monsters.
dark really damn fast. It's only a few minutes in
It's
already.
the Dark Souls influences. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why. That's clearly it. Oh, God. Well, welcome to the Game Station podcast. We do occasionally talk about video games. Coming up later in the show, we'll be doing a little bit of news, as always. No one ever said our format was original, only that you bloody watched it anyway. So, news, and trailers, and release dates, and skepticism, and speculation, and host topics, and then plugging, and needless whoring, and then to the end of the show we go. That's the format, and we're sticking to it, mostly.
The end of the show we go.
And where we stop, nobody knows.
We are this close to Gilbert and Sullivan. We're going to do something amazing.
Yeah. I am, in fact, the very model of a modern Major General.
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh, do you know that whole song? If you don't, you should memorize it.
I do know bits of it. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can remember it.
I used to know the entire
information,
Animaniacs version.
vegetable, animal, and mineral. Come on.
Yes,
Keep going.
I know the Kings of England, and I quote the phrase historical, from marathon to Waterloo and autocategorical. I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical, to understand equations both as simple and quadrical. And
We need to be the daughters.
What's the other
like,
one? The fucking, that line, but bio something, about binomial theorem, I'm teeming with a lot of news, with many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. There it is.
We're
Yes.
your daughters in the background. Wonderful.
With our little umbrellas, just like, oh, oh.
Yes.
That's
I
our
think you're all
daddy.
crazy.
That's our dad. Oh my gosh. He can talk so fast.
I want to be the pirate king. You can be a modern Major General. I want to swing around on a ship and sashay joyously.
I want to be the girl in the background that goes, oh, oh, oh.
According to this monster, you already are.
Good. Perfect. I love being typecast.
God damn it, guys.
Yes.
This is not my fault.
I got nothing on that whole topic. I've got absolutely nothing.
Do you have a favorite musical? Do you watch musicals?
I don't watch music. I don't even watch TV.
Oh.
I gave up on
All
the
I
whole
do
concept.
is play Dark Souls, okay?
Oh, okay.
Dark Souls is my
great.
life and my
That's
eventual
actually-
death.
Somewhat accurate.
That's actually somewhat accurate, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say.
That's it.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what to say. You guys are talking about English musicals, and it's like I grew up in Portugal. I know nothing of England. I know a lot about America because I grew up on Star Wars, but English musicals, they mean nothing to me.
English musicals mean nothing to me either. Don't worry. It's all good.
Holy fuck, that is the best statement I've ever heard in my life. I know
What?
nothing about England. I grew up in Portugal, but I watched Star Wars, so I know
A lot about America. Yup, sounds about
Exactly
right
what
to me.
it's like here.
The thing
Every
is,
damn day, fighting off Mandalorians, wielding our lightsabers as we fly through the sky between our giant skyscrapers. Perfect.
the reason I make that connection is because whenever I speak with anyone foreigner, people tell me I have an American accent, and I keep telling people it's because of Star Wars. I watched Star Wars over 200 times when I was a kid.
That's amazing.
Have you guys ever heard a Portuguese person trying to talk English with an accent?
No, that's not.
Sounds
it
nothing
like
like this.
a racist joke is about to happen. Oh, right.
No, I'm just saying.
Hey,
sounds
ever
like,
heard of one about the Portuguese guy who tried to talk with an American accent? He couldn't do it.
Boo, boo.
So we talk about games on this podcast.
That has been
then
known
I
to
heard.
happen. I'm currently trying to battle my settings here. My camera, regardless of what I do with it, is always the wrong way around. What it's actually showing.
Oh, like mirrored? you
Yeah,
mean?
what it actually says in my Skype settings versus what it actually is just a complete lie. There we go. Is that right? Yeah. If I flip it like this is actually mirrored and is showing in Skype as mirrored, but the Skype preview versus the actual Skype window is the other way around. Like, it makes no sense at all. I don't know, but that should now... It's like, oh, thank God, you can now read my hat. That was a true improvement to the show. Oh, God. Anyway, video games, what have we been doing? Let's talk about fucking Soul Sacrifice, because that is something that obviously you just did a first impressions of, Rui. I've been playing the demo, and it's a long-ass demo. I'm not done with that game
It's
yet.
the whole intro, right?
Yeah, it's huge. Like, it is one of the biggest demos I've ever
it's
seen.
the whole intro. It's the whole intro, and it seems like there's a couple of quests that it's like kind of side quests. It seems to me. I'm not 100% sure because I did not play the Japanese version. There's a lot of people that already played the Japanese version.
Yeah.
But the whole intro, there's a lot of story. I have a particular problem, which is with the English voices. It seems like there's some really awkward pauses when they're telling the story.
Yes, actually, that was one of the first things I noticed. This is Jesse will be intimately familiar with this concept. You remember back in Cataclysm where they put a bunch of voice acting in the game, and
I remember all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and there were these really awkward pauses. And eventually we found out from Blizzard the reason those pauses are there is because they have to program it to basically be synced up with every language, so it is as long as the longest time it would take to voice act it in the longest language. So I think this is exactly the same thing that Soul Sacrifice is doing in that regard, that these voice acted lines are most likely to do with the actual VO.
That's interesting.
Don't you get someone was saying the Japanese VO is actually a pre-order bonus, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
a pre-order
ass.
bonus.
They're starting to do that with games.
It's asinine and stupid.
You can buy it later with paid DLC.
Why would you pay for a voice pack? Isn't Tomb Raider actually doing the same thing, but the other way around? They're actually charging for the Japanese voices. Are you kidding me?
They're making it so that because the game is like $80 US in Japan, so they're making it so that the voice pack is $30, and then you can just buy the game for $30 less, so that it's a total $80. But
okay,
that means that the voices
if you look at it that way,
but it's going to be like a crappier product than just waiting for the version with Japanese voices, right?
Oh, no, can we? All right, look. You know why this is? It's because of all you like hipsters who are like, I prefer the original Japanese sub versus dub. Please, I can't. Dubbing is awful. Screw you. I would much rather.
For Tomb Raider, the original voices would be English, right?
Yes.
I'm saying. Shut your damn mouth. Go back to sleep.
Man, Dodger just woke up, and Jesse, you're making less sense than she is right now. It's pretty difficult to be that.
That whole thing. No, it's because they can sell it at a premium because people love that garbage. Like, they highly enjoy.
Well, yes, it's exploitative in terms of Soul Sacrifice. There's no question about that because those pauses are actually really annoying. Usually I'm not a stickler for the Japanese voice acting, but there are some exceptions. And there will be times when I'm just like, I leave it on Japanese because it just sounds cooler because the actual English dubbing. And even if the English dubbing is good, it also matters the translation has to be well written. Because if you translate literally, it sounds dumb as hell. There's so many lines which just don't gel because the syntax is different and the way that Japanese is written is completely different to the way that English is written. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the Soul Sacrifice thing, I feel it's fairly exploitative. You shouldn't really be charging that. That is not the kind of thing you are allowed to charge DLC for. I'm sorry, that's just silly. That stuff was there anyway.
Earlier you were asking why would someone pay for it? And the reason is quite simple. I mean, you've listened to the English versions and you've listened to those ridiculous awkward pauses. That's why people would pay for it, because the English version is no good.
What? But you can't understand the other version! In your brain head!
You do realize that it's still subtitled in English, right? Regardless if you use Japanese VO, it will still have English subs.
Oh my, whatever. It
really, really does. Because
my preference is more important than all yours, so...
No, it's actually hilarious that you as a voice actor don't get this. Here's the thing.
You don't get it?
No, you don't get it. What I get
is that...
Here's the thing, right? Bad voice acting takes you out of the experience. So someone that is extremely focused on story and character development... No, it doesn't, actually. If it's a Japanese game, that does anything but. That's exactly what you would expect these Japanese characters to be saying.
Listen, Jesse, it was so bad that I skipped part of the story by mistake because it was keeping me waiting for so long that I was just like, is it over? I'll flip the page and it's like he starts speaking again. I'm like, no, it wasn't over. Go back another page. It was really, really weird.
That's actually a bit of a killer for that game as well, because that game's lore is one of the most interesting that I've seen thus far. It is really, really cool. They write page after page of lore for each monster, and a lot of it's really fucking tragic. Like, for instance, a monster you fight fairly early on in the game, which is actually kind of a tough mini-boss, is a Cerberus, right? So regular Cerberus, we all know that three-headed dog, right? But what you don't know is how he came to be. And there's this story about how this guy was a guardsman. And he was a guardsman for his village, and he loved his job. Like, he was given offers to, like, be a high-ranking officer in the military and things like that, and he refused all of them because all he wanted to do was defend his village against bandits. And, like, he was really good at it, right? But then a plague hit the town, and people started leaving. And in a kind of a mixture of despair because he hated the fact that his town was being destroyed and anger that people were abandoning it, he became more and more aggressive and then actively stopped people from leaving. Like, he was keeping them prisoner in the village. And during the height of this, where he essentially becomes this bully, this malevolent dictator, at this point, what happens? Yes. Bandits attack the village again, and he fights the bandits off, but suddenly he gets stabbed. And he's like, what happened? That the bandits didn't hit me. And he finds out it was the villagers behind him that actually they would have rather had the bandits than him because he became worse than them. And then at the end of it, some dark voice basically says, make a sacrifice, and so on and so forth. And he does that, and he sets his dogs on the villagers and kills everybody and becomes the Cerberus merged with his dogs that is eternally guarding this dead village. I was like, fucking hell, that's grim. And almost
kind of a great story, though.
Yeah, there's a thing about crows like forming their own society and acting like humans and trying to ape humans and like becoming these horrible monsters because they became too greedy. And orcs are cats. I shit ye not, they're actual cats. If you save an orc, it becomes a cat.
You could be an orc.
It was very, very satisfying for me to kill orcs in that game.
Because you hate cats?
I don't like cats at all.
Keeping you
and
away
90% of the internet now hates
But you
me.
can like cats. That's the cool thing. You can save the cat if you like. You have a choice in that game to either save or sacrifice each thing that you kill. And it will give you stats, and each monster has a different kind of soul, so you can save a cat with a good soul and get like a big boost to your life level, or you can sacrifice them and things like that. And if you save them, then the little cat just runs off, meowing happily. If you sacrifice them, they obviously melt.
I was imagining it like hilarious style where, like light shines down and then this little cat soul like wiggles up.
It's not
No,
dumb.
it's just a legit cat. Just like a legit cat comes and runs off.
It's an actual cat.
Yeah.
And in regards to that mechanic that you were talking about, when you actually save monsters or archdemons or whatever, you gain levels in your good side, which increases your defense, but you also get healed in that particular point where you saved someone. And if you sacrifice them, you gain more magic power and whatnot, and more of your offensive. So basically, saving, you gain more defense. Sacrificing, you gain more offense. And also, when you sacrifice, it recharges your offerings, which is what they call the spells in that game. Because you have limited number of casts per spell.
Yeah, since I save everything because I'm an inherently, like, wussy person, that would explain why I keep running out of offerings. So, like, I'm trying to deal with that. But hey.
You can also use the thing called Mind's Eye with pressing down on the D-pad. And if you locate some trees, the trees will also renew your offerings.
Yes,
so you can be a good guy and still renew your offerings.
Yeah,
that way.
You've just got to explore the level a little bit more. Now, what I noticed about that game, and I assume I'm just not missing anything, is that this game's basically a bunch of arenas. Like, the quests are not linked together.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's not an open world RPG. It's not Dark Souls for Vita, as much as people keep claiming otherwise.
No, I mean, that was actually a mistake. That when that game was announced, Dark Souls 2 hadn't been announced yet. So a lot of people were like, oh, it's a Souls game. It's the next Souls game. And everybody thought for a while that was going to be the next Souls game. And I was like, no, the next Souls game would not be called Soul Sacrifice. It makes absolutely no sense. But people did confuse that for a while. But it is just a bunch of arenas, like you said.
Yeah.
But like the story of it, right, is like you got kidnapped by a sorcerer to be sacrificed. Is that right?
Yeah, so
And
what
then you
happens is
escape?
at the very start, well, we don't, well, I assume you do. That in the demo, what happens is you end up being in this cage, and then the sorcerer's diary is a legitimate being. It's like, it's a book that has a life of its own, and for some reason is trying to screw over the person that wrote it, and basically teaches you magic by reliving the memories of the sorcerer that's about to kill you. And you can also
so in that way, it's arena style.
Kind of.
I think you're kind of wrong. I don't think that the book belongs to Magusar the sorcerer. I think the book belongs to another sorcerer that he doesn't really say who the other sorcerer is.
Okay.
He just kind of puts you in place of this other sorcerer. But the other sorcerer had been an ally of Magusar. I think that's what happens, because Japanese storylines are a little bit messed up, especially with translations and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a little harder to say, I suppose, at that point. But combat-wise, it's a fairly tricky game. It's a third-person game. It's a little bit faster than something like Dark Souls is. It's got less weight to it. You can attack a lot quicker, but everything that you do in that game is based on offerings, which are a large number of magical spells. Lots of magical spells. All sorts of different kinds, and you can also merge them together. You can fuse them together to make more powerful versions of it. There is 4-player co-op, as you're seeing on the screen right now, which is probably going to be a huge deal for the Japanese. I can't imagine that they're not loving that, because it is very Monster Hunter-esque, but it is also lacking the notion of exploring these larger levels and getting materials and things like that. You earn your spells by doing well in levels, and then you can merge them, boost them, and fuse them, and things like that.
Do you have to make sacrifices to do magic?
Only certain kinds of it. The offerings that you get are kind of limited consumables that are replenished after every level. They can actually disappear entirely if you're not careful. Like, if you burn out an offering, it's gone for good. So you have to be careful not to do that. As Rui said, you can replenish your offerings by sacrificing, and you can also find them around the level. You can recharge them that way. There is one form of sacrifice which is called Black Rites, where you actually have to sacrifice a part of your body, and it's a permanent debuff. The one that I've got, someone's just kind of, like, basically immolates you in flames. You burn your own skin off in order to do this really big, powerful attack, and that permanently decreases your defense. You do have the ability to rewrite the book to actually reverse that, but it costs more every time you do it, so, yeah, there's definitely a reason not to. Mm-hmm. But it's a good oh shit button if things are going really, really badly in a fight.
And it only activates when you're like below 50% health is when you can actually start using those kinds of skills. You said earlier that the offerings, they get lost forever. They don't. They just get lost for the fight that you burned them out in. You can also rewrite the book with lacrimas and get those offerings back as well.
Okay, right. So you can do it that way.
It seems that lacrimas allow you to basically kind of undo all the bad stuff that you do to yourself, but the cost keeps increasing for the ultimate.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been more interesting if it was like, you want to get rid of your hand? Well, if you can't get that back for the rest of the game, it would have been like, what? Like, that could have been really cool.
But it's still pretty a big thing, because something I noticed today, because today I recorded another video for Soul Sacrifice. Something I noticed is that the cost increased. Like, I thought it would be maybe, I don't know, plus 2 lacrimas or something, because I used my ultimate twice. No, the cost increased doubles. So it went from 5 to 10. So like a couple of uses of that, it's going to become just unbearable. You're not going to be able to do it forever, I don't think.
Yeah, you got to be super, super cautious with it. But it does seem like the core game that the Vita was crying out for. It's a piece of original IP. It is 4-player online. It's online and ad hoc as well, so you can do the whole Japanese style of get together and play like Monster Hunter. And it's hardcore. Like, it's a difficult game. It's got a lot to it. It's got an interesting world. I think the only really big downside to that game is that the world isn't linked together. As I said, it is a bunch of arenas. There is no open world to wander around and explore. It's a story that's being told through this book and things like that. So, yeah, some people are probably not into that. And I can definitely see why, but if you're more of a mechanically focused gamer, you like really hard combat and stuff like that, then this game's got a lot of it. Monster design is really interesting, the world is very dark. The Harpy is just disgusting, and the story behind her is ridiculous. She's a horrible creature, and there's a bunch of like really horrible monsters to fight, which is exactly, I think, what a lot of people want, so Yeah, that's coming out towards the end of the month, I think. You can already import it, but the English version supposedly has a few extras, if I recall correctly. Is that true?
I don't know. I haven't
think it's
checked
got a
up
few
on
things on what I could say, but yeah. So Soul Sacrifice, maybe the thing which the PlayStation Vita desperately needs, an actual, legitimately good piece of original IP. I don't think there's any sign of that coming out on any other platform, right?
No, not at the time. But
No.
if they were smart, they would pull a Monster Hunter type thing and kind of put it together with the PlayStation crossplay, all that kind of stuff. That would be amazing.
Yeah, certainly.
I thought that they were going to do that. Yeah.
They haven't said anything about it, so I don't know if they are or not.
We'll see. Maybe they do. But yeah, at the moment, it is a PS Vita exclusive. It's looking pretty good. So yeah, I played a lot of that demo, as did, and Ruri obviously did as well. As I said, the demo's available on PlayStation Network. It's just over an hour long if you blitz it, but there is actually, you can take a lot longer with it. There's a lot of side quests.
Just out of curiosity, did you ever ask one of your companions to sacrifice you?
No, but that's a cool thing you can do. I know that. You can actually ask your companion to kill you if you get knocked down. And
that is amazing. You actually get bonuses for that because you get martyr bonuses.
There's certain
there's certain levels where you can only get certain spells if you get your companions to sacrifice you. And the thing is, after they sacrifice you, for starters, there's that spell. I'm not sure if you've seen it. There's just a bunch of bones fly out of your body and just impale the boss. And after that, you can still keep on playing, even despite you died. You have this little thing that you can do, and you can choose. You can either debuff the boss, or you can buff your companions.
You can do that in multiplayer as well, can't you? You could actually kill one of the people playing in multiplayer to unleash an attack, which is just what? it's bananas, is what it is. Bananas.
You've mentioned several times in previous podcasts, Epic Name Bro. In one of his videos, he was playing with two other people, and the two other people were just like killing themselves to keep reviving him because he kept dying. And all of a sudden, the two other people died. He went over, he sacrificed them both, and killed the boss. He's just like, I don't care. Just killed both of you.
It's bonkers, really, isn't it? Innovation is apparently happening. That's pretty good. So yeah, Soul Sacrifice. Let's move on to some other stuff. I had the misfortune of playing a little bit of Star Trek yesterday.
I hear that the AI is like the worst.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I saw Force's video on that today. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
There's just nothing else you can say.
I am constantly pained by the state of Star Trek gaming, right? Because there was a time when Star Trek gaming was golden. It was a good time, and there were a lot of really good games coming out.
Jesse feels dubious about that.
No, there really was. There were a shit ton of really good Star Trek games.
When that time period was?
Have you got suddenly quiet, Jesse, or is it just me?
Yeah, you sound really quiet.
Can you specify when that time period was?
Yeah, let me get a list of Star Trek games, and I'll tell you exactly when it was.
Because I am having... It definitely wasn't in the last, 15 years. Because I am...
There was actually a period in the last 15 years that was definitely pretty good. All right, sure, I can tell you that period. So
I can think of one game, but I don't remember what it was called. And it's the one where we actually flew ships.
Okay, so here's the good time, right? Basically, year 2000 to 2003 was a period where the following games were released, yeah? We had Klingon Academy, we had Deep Space Nine The Fallen, which wasn't that good, but we had Star Trek Armada and Armada 2, both of which were great. We had Star Trek Away Team, which was basically a Star Trek version of Commandos, which was really good. Elite Force, which was fucking phenomenal. Really great game. Oh, you gotta play Elite Force, man. It's Quake 3 engine first-person shooter, which is basically an episode of Voyager. They even present it like an episode of Voyager.
That would be why I was not a Voyager fan. You couldn't sell me on that.
You can actually phaser Janeway in the face in that game. You can just literally vaporize. There you go. You can kill her. It's hilarious because you have some free roaming on Voyager itself, and you can just open fire on people with a phaser. It's funny as hell. Anyway, yeah, Armada 2, Away Team, Starfleet Command 2, as well as Orion Pirates and 3, and Bridge Commander and Elite Force. They all came out in that 3-year period. The majority of those games were good to really good. Basically, Star Trek games died in 2006 with Star Trek Legacy. Everything after that has just sucked or has been cancelled. After that, it was just DAC, which was a shitty downloadable game. Star Trek Online, which actually is not that bad now. It is free to play. It's actually worth dipping into. But at the start, it was really lacking in content and had the worst ground combat of any MMO I've ever seen in my life. And then we had Infinite Space, which was cancelled, and then Star Trek this year, which is a shitty cover shooter with terrible AI, awful graphics, and annoying-ass platform third-person adventure elements. And it's co-op.
I thought that was just me.
You are becoming the prettiest of robots right now.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Was I? Huh. Okay,
Yeah.
Well, thankfully I wasn't on the
I don't
stream,
think any of us could understand you, but we'll take your word for it. The Star Trek Online is better.
Yeah, Star Trek Online is pretty good. Star Trek now, as I said, 2013 is a shitty cover shooter with annoying-ass action-adventure platforming elements, and it's a bro-op game whereby it's Captain Kirk and Spock on a bro team adventure. It's awful. Like, even
whatever, that sounds awesome.
I guess it lampoons itself in the sense that it says, Captain, you really shouldn't be going on this fucking away mission with just me and nobody else, because that's stupid. And it's like, have a little fun, Spock. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake, guys. Stop it.
Like, I give up, done.
Yeah,
let's make things that don't make any sense.
Wait, so has anybody played this game as like actual co-op with like two
Not
people?
yet. I have not tried.
I've heard they can't.
Apparently there's a shitload of problems with Steam matchmaking that cause that to be very, very difficult to do. So that is something that most people have not been able to do yet.
What? So you have to use the AI, and the AI is just like...
God, everything I've seen of the AI thus far has been dreadful. Like, I have a little clip, actually, which I recorded, which was Captain Kirk just spazzing out for no reason, and then standing on one leg, and never blinking, and just being completely frozen there for about 2 minutes. It is awful. Oh, man.
Sacrificed his other leg, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what... I don't know what happens. It seems like these guys got to pick between save and sacrifice for the Star Trek franchise, and they picked sacrifice every fucking time. But it doesn't make any sense to even be a shooter. It's like it wants to be a little bit Mass Effect-y, but it's the only way it's Mass Effect is in the fact that the combat's not very good and that it's got a cover system and it's sci-fi. So it is. Ooh. Hey, it's true. You know, Mass Effect's combat is not amazing. Like, it got better as the series went on, but Mass Effect 1 had terrible combat, let's be totally honest. Mass Effect 2's was better, but not great. And it's just bizarre. I think it's a two-weapon system as well, just to annoy the shit out of you. And it's a shooter. It's a fucking shooter. And it doesn't even make any sense in that kind of regard. And I suppose it's an attempt to make a game that's more like the current movies, that are more action movies, yeah? Right. But even in Star Trek...
about science and exploration and are more about get on that ship and kill everybody.
Yeah, I mean, even in DS9, which was easily the most violent of the Star Trek series, there was nowhere near that much fighting. And certainly not ground fighting, because they realized, you know what's really bad? Star Trek ground combat in every possible scenario. So let's not do that. Elite Force gets away with it because they basically create a team called the Hazard Team, and their only job is to go and do dangerous shit. So they just mash that all together into an episode about the Hazard Team, which is them doing various hazards over the course of time, which is why they get away with it. But otherwise, it is just, it's so silly that it even exists. But it does.
Yay!
And so far from what I've played of it, it is fucking awful. Good. So, yeah. I will...
How much is it?
It's a full price release. Yeah, it is a film tie-in that is a full-price release. I don't know what I was expecting, but it's by Digital Extremes, who occasionally make good games. Like, they made Warframe. Like,
Warframe's amazing.
Fucking great game. I just started playing Warframe again, and I am absolutely thrilled about what they've done with Warframe. It is so good. They have really tightened things up. They've added more variety into the gameplay. I'm playing this sneaky ninja. I've got a space bow, which has this magnetic field
space bow!
Yeah, man, it's a space bow. It has this magnetic field which throws arrows at people, and I impale robots to fucking ceilings with it, and they've added wall running and a bunch of parkour stuff, so you can do super ninja crazy nonsense in this game now. And the combat is so satisfying, and the variety of the gameplay, they've really expanded that. It's way less grindy than it was. It's really good free-to-play game. Man.
I play a lot of that game with a friend of mine. That game is actually really well done. It is one of the few free-to-play games that I've actually purchased Founders package for because it's just a really solid game in my opinion.
I've been having a lot of fun with it. I know the footage coming in the background right now is from
I was
Space
stuck
Bows,
there.
man.
Oh no,
Space
TB.
Bows.
Oh no, TB or robot.
It's okay.
Robot.
It's all right. I'll just keep talking until I'm not a robot. It's fine. Anyway, yeah, this footage is from AKA Mike B. He's probably the biggest channel, I think, who's doing Warframe stuff in a really large amount of detail right now. I'm probably going to do another impressions of the game with him as the co-commentator. He knows what's going on with that game, and he has done a lot of content for it. And I'm just getting super into it right now. They've redone the skill system. They got rid of skills and replaced them with mods, and you can fuse mods together, and you can find them in as you're adventuring. And I've got some super cool mods. I've got like a chance to multi-shot on my weapons. I've got modifications which give my little sentinel the ability to cloak me whenever there's an enemy nearby for a couple of seconds. And there's some really cool shit going on in that game.
I have to say one thing though. I am not a fan of the sentinels.
Okay, why do you not like the sentinels?
Because for starters, they take up space in your camera, and the sentinel for my character, for instance, looks like some kind of a sludge that's sitting on something that's hovering, and it's disgusting. And I think that sentinels, like, it takes either a really long time for you to craft, or you have to actually just buy them with actual premium currency.
Yeah,
if
I
I'm
just
not
bought
mistaken.
one. Like, I think I've got a pretty ridiculous amount of currency, so it doesn't really matter that much, but I can definitely understand that people would be pissed off about it. One of the criticisms I think I had originally was the game's, like, weapons and just the microtransactions were actually way too expensive. Like, you were paying upwards of $5 to $10 to a gun, which is a problem that I've got with Planet Size as well. Like, the guns in that game are too expensive as well. But I know you can get blueprints, which allow you to craft them and stuff.
Yeah, you can craft pretty much everything. I don't think there's anything in the game, at least last time I played, there's not anything in the game that you can't get through normal play without paying anything. It's just a lot easier.
I don't think you can I don't know if you can make the bow. Like, I noticed the bow, although maybe you can. Yeah, I guess maybe you can. I must have been mistaken there. But yeah, I know there's a bunch of cosmetic stuff that you can only build but if you pay for it, but the default guns seem to be pretty good, and the thing is that once you rank the guns up, you can completely change them because you can put a shitload of mods into them. So once you do that, it becomes entirely different.
Oh, definitely. One of the things that I've invested some money in was the Rurikhan reactors for all my main stuff. Like,
what do they do? The game doesn't really make a lot of sense in that regard. How the hell do you use them?
Well, the thing is, when I bought Rurikhan reactors, was back in the old system where you still had the older types of mods. Right now, I think they just kind of increase how many mods you can put onto your Warframe, but I'm not 100% sure because I bought them back before the latest update. And at that time, your Warframe skill tree would be limited to 10 skills or something.
Unless
if you wouldn't
got
put
one
in,
of those things.
Yeah.
How do you use it,
reactors.
though? Like, how do you put it onto your Warframe?
You go to the Warframe and then you just click there's like a slot there that you can, it's a slot and it says it's a place where you can put the Rurikhan reactor. I think you just click there and then it tells you which Rurikhan reactors you have that are compatible because there's also more than one types of Rurikhan reactors if I'm not mistaken.
I love the fact that Dodge and Jesse have no idea what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, we don't.
This is like whenever you guys discuss Pokemon. I don't know what you're talking about either. I'm getting you back for that. Anyway, yeah, we will. All I'll say about Warframe is that right now that for a free-to-play co-op game, it is pretty damn phenomenal, and it's very difficult to find a better game than that. It's also the reason why under no circumstance you should be a dumbass and buy God mode, because that game is fucking awful. It's like, why would you buy God mode when you can play Warframe for free, which is better in every way? Every way. I mean, come on.
You heard it here, folks.
Better in
TGS
every way.
podcast.
It's the best.
Well, you remember us watching the trailer for God Mode last week, right? And you guys were just like, this voice acting is fucking awful. Oh, it's way...
I was like, it's the best.
Game's a piece of shit, and that voice actor is... All he does is make butt sex jokes. That's all he does. Half of the things he says are about
you do what works,
having anal sex.
right?
It's ridiculous.
It's kind of
It's
funny.
bad.
They don't go in. That's the point. It's funny. So I'm just saying. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. It's funny. Is what it is.
I'm staying silent, but I'm not really thinking about it, Jesse. I'm sorry.
It's probably for the best. Probably for the best.
You will later.
Oh, no.
Jesse, what have you been playing this week?
This week, yesterday I got to play some. Well, a few days ago I played Divinity: Original Sin. That was
my video
you
just
played
came out
that
on
as
that.
well.
Yep.
Angry Joe played it. That guy, look, that dude did super PR. All my ultra props to him. He went to literally everyone was like, my Kickstarter's the best. You should go check it out. And dude was awesome. I had a blast. I had a lot of fun. I think I drove him crazy because everyone else he played with was like really, at least before me, everyone else was like, yeah, so I'll just follow along and you lead. And I kind of tried to break his game. I was like, what if I electrocute the ocean? Can I electrocute the ocean? He's like, no, I don't. I was like, can I try that? What if I rain on these people? Can I kill this cat? Is that a thing? What can I do here?
We accidentally killed the cat because it got in the way of a fireball and it just obliterated it. It's like, whoops.
You're actually an orc.
And there's
that today.
The thing I like the most is the co-op system. I like that basically your characters can either fall in love or hate each other, stuff like that. I think that's, for me, the best part of the game. I mean, other than that, it's pre-alpha, so who knows what's going to happen when the game's actually done. But I had fun. I drove him crazy, and I kicked the crap out of that last boss he took me to. I was like, what up? This is easy. I felt good about myself, because I used stratagems that I learned gaming.
I played like the first Divinity, so when this one came out, I didn't really pay that much attention to it because I wasn't a huge fan of the first one. But today I actually got a chance to look at TB's video about it, and I really like the whole conversation thing of you having an argument with your co-op partner, and you can actually win or lose those arguments, and that stuff changes your stats. I was like, that's insane.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I very much like what they're doing with that. And as far as I'm concerned, it should, as a direct result, end up being a pretty cool CRPG for what I've seen of it.
Did their Kickstarter already end?
I think it ends tomorrow or today.
Yeah, if you're watching the VOD, it'll be done. But if you're watching the live stream, no, the Kickstarter is still going.
And
I'm probably going to back that Kickstarter after we're done here.
Yeah, they already passed their goal. They're good to go, man. They just, are... After that, right now it's just gravy, and they're kicking ass. I can't wait to see this thing because I'll play it. It'll be fun. What else? Oh, yesterday I played 2 games. One called Purge, which right now is just in demo form. It's like one of those we are trying to get the money to make it a real game kind of things.
Right.
It's kind of fun. Basically, you play as hipster French Spike Spiegel. I'm not even joking. That's what the guy looks like, and it's a parkour simulator? I don't even know what to call it. Basically, you're a guy. The graphics look like Borderlands, I guess would be the closest thing I can think of. So it's that style. And it's first person, but you're this guy who you have no weapons, you have no abilities, you're a prisoner and you're trying to escape from this complex. And there are guards, and if they see you, they will shoot your ass dead. So you have to sneak, but at the same time, the entire world is like your playground, so you can run up walls, or you can run like across the wall, like parkour style. You can swing from things hanging in the air. You can climb pipes. You can do all sorts of different things. And so we played, and I recorded some of that yesterday, and it's actually really kind of fun. We found one really janky like AI thing where you have to throw like rocks like you would do in say Far Cry, except this guy would not respond. He's just like standing there. It's like, why won't you move? The rocks did nothing to him. He did not care. He was the best guard until we realized he was blind, and you could just like go like almost right in front of him and he didn't see you. We were like, oh, he's blind and deaf. Okay.
That has been known to happen from time to time, certainly.
Yeah.
Have you? This is just on the topic of like parkour stuff. So like all the people that are doing games through Oculus Rift and kind of showing what it would look like. Have you guys seen the one with Mirror's Edge?
Mirror's Edge?
Yeah, I saw that.
I can't tell if that game would just make me sick to play or if I would feel so cool, like just running around as her and like parkouring and just being able to look around and it looked so dope.
Well, you know, plus side of Oculus Rift is that it's pretty much going to force a lot of games to include FOV options because otherwise you won't be able to run it with Oculus Rift at all. So that's always nice.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
And the last thing I played was a game called Papers, Please.
Yes,
I've been told to play that.
Yeah, Josh and I did it yesterday for the green light, and it is hilarious. Basically, we did not know what to expect going into this thing. The idea is you are the guy working at a checkpoint in a made-up, let's say, former Soviet bloc country. I don't know what this is, but your job is to prevent people or let people into the country, and there are different events like terrorists are trying to get in. One time, a guy murdered his girlfriend, and he was on the run trying to get into your country, so you had to be on the lookout for him. So the people come up to the window. You can call them in or have security guards take people away, right, and like detain them. But at some point, you it just progressively gets harder. So at first, it's like you get a sheet and it says like you have instructions, and it's like today you need to let in only people who are from Azustraka, or whatever the name of the country is.
Yeah.
So if they hand you a passport and it doesn't have a thing, you stamp it like, get the fuck out. And you send them on their way. And then it gets to the point where it's like, they need to have papers, and they get to the point where they need to have a ticket and papers, or they need to have like, but everything you have to search for like dates or expiration things. So it's kind of like being in the real TSA, for example, and it's just mind blowing. After you're done, you're like, I kind of respect this. Meanwhile, there's a like sub game underneath it where you have a family, you have a son, a wife, a uncle, and a mother-in-law, and you have to feed them, so you have to earn money. So the more people you get through the checkpoint, the more money you make, the more you can keep them alive.
Okay.
So you have to hurry, but at the same time be very careful about who you let in, because sometimes, for example, it can be a terrorist who starts chucking grenades at the guards and then like shut down the facility and you lose all your money for the day. That kind of stuff. And so it's real simple, but really strategical. It's like, oh no. It was fun. It was really fun.
I mean, looking at this game, I've been playing Northern Lions footage of this over the past couple of minutes. This game looks like it would have been made and released on PC in 1996. Like, it has that graphic style, and it's got that kind of concept to it. And that's awesome. That is such a cool thing. Also, that man's face is green.
And the thing is there's some times where it's like the person shows up and like their face on the passport is different than the face you see, so you can like interrogate them about it. And a lot of times when you interrogate them, things pop up like you have to do fingerprints, you have to do all sorts of things, because sometimes they just got fat. And it's like, or they lost weight. And so their face is different from their passport, and it totally drives you crazy, because the further you get into the game, there's so many things you have to verify that it's just like this. And plus you have to keep people alive in your damn family, and then women give you like things that like, hey, come see me sometime, I'm a big old hooker. And it's like, wait, what? And the thing is like you can't tell if they're trying to bribe you or if they really just want to like get laid. It's so crazy, and so much is happening. And then there's this one guy, he's a reoccurring character. He first shows up without a passport, and he's like, Forestrika, yay! And you're like, no, you don't have a passport, you gotta leave. So he comes back with one that's like drawn in crayon. He's like, and you're like, no. So then he keeps coming back, and they're always different, but it's kind of funny. There's a lot of fun stuff in that game.
Aww.
And then there's a lot of people who hate you, because every once in a while I'm just like detained, and guards round them up and take them away. I don't know where they go, but it's fun. Basically denying, it's like being at the DMV. You understand the power to be like, no, denied. It's so good.
I don't think you want to express those emotions next to TB. Just saying.
It's wonderful.
That's probably going to be a very cathartic experience for me. Although for me it'll be just like denied. Like suffer like I did.
Get out.
You're like, revenge is sweet.
Nah, I had my moment when I landed at LAX and just kind of strutted and swaggered my way through the airport. That was my closure. And then I bought a pretzel, and I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you, Homeland Security.
Deal with it, TGS.
Yeah. It's like, just take the pretzel to Homeland Security and eat it right in front of them. It's like,
This is my American pretzel.
You want a piece of my pretzel?
I was really, when we came back from England, I was very honest. I shouldn't have been. But the guy was like, so, why were you in England? I was like, oh, I was there for a convention. He's like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, I make videos. He's like, what do you make? How do you make them? What is your job title, sir?
Well,
like,
so,
I make videos on YouTube. And the guy was like, your job title, sir. I'm like, I don't think I have one. And the guy was like, sir, just make one up. I'm like, producer. He's like, what do you produce, sir?
Dude,
Meanwhile, Dodger walked like right on through.
I walked up to the guy. He looked at my passport, handed it back, and said, "Welcome to America."
Well, yeah, because you're fucking American. Why? Will you explain to me why you're being quizzed like, coming back to the country you live in? I mean, really?
Dude, look, it's my terrorist beard. He knew.
Apparently,
he knew. He was like, I know what you're doing.
Hey, if this beard is well trimmed, I get respect at airports, especially if I'm wearing a suit. They don't fucking bother me at all. But as soon as it's all scruffy and I'm wearing like an IPL t-shirt, that's when things start to get real.
One time, I made the mistake of wearing a Bob Marley shirt, and the guy looked at me. He's like, "You realize I'm gonna have to like pat you down, right?" I was like, "Yeah, just get it over with." Just like, yeah, screw it, just do it.
I actually haven't had a bad experience with the TSA, funnily enough. I don't have any love for Homeland Security, but the TSA actually has been just fine. Like, and I fly a lot as well, so I guess maybe I just got lucky with that.
When I was a kid, they found traces of fertilizer in my bag because I grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
And they were like, we realized that there's a high probability that this is actually just fertilizer, but it's the same traces that bombs give off. So we're gonna have to look through all your stuff. And now I'm on some sort of a list, and I get searched. My bag gets searched almost every time I go through the airport. It's very sad.
I think they had to do that once to me because I'd shot a lot of guns before I flew out. And they detected the gunpowder, but again, it's not actually a big deal. It's like, oh yeah, we just need to make sure you don't actually have a gun on you. It's like, nope, it's fine, off you go. But you still smell of gunpowder. I'm like, yep.
Just like, okay, you're good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Pretty much. I wish I didn't have to take off my shoes. It takes me ages to tie my shoelaces. I'm really bad at that, so I hate airports. I should just wear slippers.
Laces.
Yeah, I should just wear slippers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Game Station podcast. The live stream is not having a good time today, I tell you.
Yeah. There have been all sorts of issues, so...
Blame WCS! Blame them.
Blame who?
WCS, as in Blizzard StarCraft tournament. It's fucking with Twitch. That's clearly the problem.
Definitely
I won't blame you, Blizzard. You are a company I love and cherish. Whatever. By the way, Hearthstone, brilliant idea.
Did you play it yet?
No, but I know it can't be bad.
Can't be bad because Blizzard made it. Error 37. Anyway, I'll hopefully be playing Hearthstone sooner rather later, so that should be nice. Anyway, yeah, before we go on, because it's a piece of news, I would like to announce, those of you who do not know, as we announce this today, this is StarCraft related, Shoutcraft America, it exists. $10,000 invitation, well, not so much an invitational, $10,000 Grandmaster Tournament for StarCraft 2, broadcasting on the weekends for the entirety of May. 16 of the top Grandmaster players from America. We're keeping the foreigners out. Go American for this, or Canadian, or Central American, or South American, that's cool too. You can be those. That's fine, as long as you live in the continental US. Yeah.
That's probably good.
Thank you very much for that.
So, like... Well, it's
you're bad at StarCraft anyway.
Because we keep getting, like, annihilated
by
people
Koreans
who are a lot better than us.
People keep worrying about being invaded by North Korea. What you should really be worried about is South Korea. They're pretty fucking good at video games.
Damn.
True story.
That'll help build us up, like, build up our skills.
Yeah, man.
I think it's a good thing.
It's like, is there a sport in the world that doesn't have, like, multiple tiers of competition, right? Can you think of one? No. Because there isn't one. It's all of it's got fucking... Even if it has to be the Little League, I don't give a shit. There needs to be some competition for Americans. It's gonna happen. So we made it, because no one else would. So now it's happening. Starts on May the 4th, first broadcast.
Nice.
So there you go. Just wanted to plug that.
We made it.
Yeah, we made it. We built that. Alright, let's do the news. Let us do the news. Can we start with the Vlambia news? Because holy shit.
Sure.
It's your news, man.
Me.
It's your news.
So let me tell you about a little company called Vlambeer. Vlambeer, their logo is a bear. It's on fire. And they are a company that makes some interesting titles like Ridiculous Fishing, as well as the game Super Crate Box. Yep. And they also made a game called Lufttrousers. And it is not, in fact, Love Trousers, but I will call it Love Trousers for the remainder of this news article because it's just more fun and it annoys the developer. They have been possibly the company that has had the most problems with having their games ripped off and copied. And the latest one goes by the name of Skyfar. And they're pretty damn pissed about this. Understandably so.
And it's always really obvious clones, too.
Uh-huh.
That's the other part, is it's like, you can't even, what? Like, yeah.
Yes. And I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to demonstrate this. And I'm certainly not going to do it with Kotaku's footage, because they goddamn doesn't know what fraps means. Like, this interesting perspective of our iPhone pointed at the screen will give you official coverage of... Go away. I do actually have footage of this game, but unfortunately I haven't actually put it out yet because they asked, could you wait till around our release? And I'm like, yeah. So I will show the 34-second teaser trailer. It's actually... Oh, Jesus. Anyway, yeah, I'll show the 34-second teaser trailer, and then we'll do a comparison to Skyfar. You'll love this. All right, so this is what it looks like. Now, you guys won't... The Dodger and Jesse, you won't actually be able to watch this on the stream, I'm afraid, because we're actually running a 2-minute delay right now on the stream.
Yeah, it's like real delayed.
Yeah, but you can easily just look for Love Trousers on
I've seen it.
Yeah, you've seen it. So it's a cute little playing game that allows you to customize your playing with some kind of ridiculous add-ons and blow shit up, and it's pretty arcadey action. Yeah, so that's what Love Trousers looks like. Now we're going to look at Skyfar, which claims not to be a ripoff of this particular title. This is the trailer for Skyfar by Rubik Lab. It is time to fly hard in the fastest war ever, it claims. Kill all the bastards, fight to survive. Skyfar. And the footage looks something like this. Does this not look very familiar? Yes, it does. It looks exactly like Love Trousers in almost every way possible.
Just out of curiosity, are you streaming that with sound?
No. Should I be? Is it very similar?
No, it's just the sound is dubstep is all I wanted to point out.
Oh, is it? Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay, hang on. I've got to put this on for a second then.
If it's the same trailer I'm watching.
Oh, God, it is. Oh, no.
Wonderful.
Now I'm extra offended. That's dreadful.
Yeah, it's like they don't even bother to actually put some music. I don't know what kind of music Love Trousers has, but this is like the typical, like...
Way better than that. I'd say that for a fact. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And what is awful about this is not the first time this has happened. Yeah, there actually have been 2 other games that did this. The trailer I'm showing in the background right now is probably enough to make Dodger have an aneurysm. This is Ninja Fishing, which is a complete clone of Radical Fishing, which was the predecessor to Ridiculous Fishing. Exactly the same concept, except when you throw the fish in the air, you slice them Fruit Ninja style instead of shooting them. The upgrades are apparently identical. They're identical to Radical Fishing. And as you see this on stream, if you have any experience with Ridiculous Fishing whatsoever, you will know that this is exactly the goddamn same game. And they also had an issue with Super Crate Box with Muffin Night. Muffin Night.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Muffin Night is, even though it's heavily inspired, at least does some things differently. These 2 games, on the other hand, are just rip-offs. It's dreadful. It's fucking awful. Surely no one can defend this, right?
Yeah, the thing that I don't understand is they've been leaking information about Luftrausers for a long time.
What game is that?
Wasn't it originally a Flash game?
Yeah. Yeah, and now they've Luftrausers, the game. I hate you. So
Sorry. I just like the way you say it. I'm sorry.
Love Trousers.
Love Trousers?
Look what you've done.
Love Trousers.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. What?
What?
But in all seriousness, I think that they should be allowed to do it if they would call it Luftrausers the Blue Edition. It would be perfect. It's like we have
because it fucking is, isn't it? But hey guys, we changed the background color. It's a different game, right?
Yeah, but that's like. That's what I don't understand. You can't claim, oh, no, our game isn't a ripoff at all, when there have been screenshots of this game for a long time now. Like, long enough that if you're paying any attention to the gaming world, you'd be able to be like, oh, that game looks suspiciously like ours, and they're already putting out information about their game. We should probably change some of the aesthetics of ours. Otherwise, they're going to think we copied them. No. BS. It's a copy. It's a clone. Yeah.
Look,
yes.
the Flash version of Luftrausers has been out for years. Like, it has been out, and they are making it a full-on game with more shit in it, which I'm totally fine with. It's even come out on PS Vita, which will actually be great. There's another thing I can play on my Vita, so that's 2 games now. That's a cool thing. And this is just disgraceful. It really, really is. And this keeps happening to fucking Vlambeer. They're not the only company. Of course, there was the controversy with Zynga ripping off Nimblebit's Tiny Tower.
Yeah.
And this is going on in iOS over and over again. And it's infuriating.
iOS is a very aggressive market, though. I was watching some kind of video about iOS games the other day, and it's like there's something like 350 or 350,000 games coming out a day or something ridiculous like that. And most of the games are coming out for free. And to actually get into the mobile marketing, the mobile market, it's ridiculous. So you almost expect this kind of stuff to happen because people just rip each other off because a lot of people don't have morals.
Yeah, when it's a company like Zynga, it's literally like them saying, I dare you to sue us. I dare you. Like,
yeah.
I hate that mentality. I hate it.
Can I ask a question about this? Because this is something that I'm really curious about. Because like you said, it does seem like games keep getting pumped out, and a lot of them are shit. Yet,
bullshit, yeah.
Yep.
Every single game, and I know Dodger hopefully remembers this because there was one game in particular I'm thinking of, but every single game that I saw at E3 last year that was an iOS game, none of them have been seen on an iOS device since then.
Yeah.
And every time I contact them, because there was one I think it was called Chaos and Offense, I was like, what is going on with this game?
Good. It was really fun.
It was really fun. And they literally like, yeah, no, Apple was they were like, no. It's like, what? What kind of standards does Apple have when...
Apple is the same guys that say that games are not judged by the same standards as actual artistic media. Like, they've gotten to the point of just saying, it's not art, you can't make political points in your games, you can't do any of this stuff in your games because games aren't a legitimate form of media. They have literally come out and said something to that effect, right?
Yeah.
That even if they didn't say it's not a legitimate form of media, that's basically what they did say by banning this kind of stuff. And this is Muffin Knight on the screen, by the way. At least Muffin Knight made an effort with the graphics style to at least make it look better, and they added stuff like upgrades in it, but the gameplay is identical. It's like, oh, look, the pigs are going down to the fire. What will happen when they reach the fire? Oh, they get mad and come from the top again, and when you pick a muffin up, it changes your attack. And it's like, this is very similar to Super Crate Box.
Seems so similar. That's weird.
I can't imagine. Yeah, I cannot imagine.
Oh.
And what's worse is a lot of this stuff, what's happening with Luftrausers is something that there's no way Apple will do anything about it because Luftrausers, they decided not to release on iOS because it's impossible to control that game properly on iOS. Because it requires quite a lot of precision. You can't do it on a touchscreen. And Skyfall, apparently, as a direct result, controls like shit. And it's really, really hard to actually play it, and it's just a bad game in general. But, of course, what the hell is Apple going to do about it? They don't care. They do not care. And they have shown no signs at any point that they are willing to enforce any sort of standards other than the weird draconian stuff of what they deem to be acceptable content.
I have no patience. God, it angers me.
Yeah, I'm pissed off about it. I'm seriously pissed off about it. And what can you do other than making DMCA claims and hoping that it actually works? Although,
I will say, today, while looking on my big search for a iPad. Look, I kind of want one. That's wonderful.
They're useful to have, man, even if just to play pinball on. Trust me.
Well, apparently there's an iPad 5 coming, so I'll be waiting.
I'm waiting for that to upgrade mine because mine's a bit battered.
Yeah.
I have an iPad 2.
So I've been looking for that. I was like, I really want one. But while I was looking at it, I came across an article that said that iPhones, I guess apparently in the last year or so, they've always met under expectations. Their stock is dropping. Basically, they're shooting themselves in the foot. And you know what? I'm kind of okay with that. If you're gonna be dicks, I'm okay with you suffering. And apparently, Samsung is destroying the mobile market right now. So
they're making better phones. It's really that simple.
There you go.
And Android in general is an operating system that works across multiple devices. It's not really fair to say Android phones are being iOS phones because there is only one iOS phone, whereas there's a lot of different Android phones. But it is good that there is a more open alternative because iOS is so locked down in every respect. It's infuriating how much they curate the system in all the wrong ways. Like, if they wanted to really curate it, they'd get rid of all of the shitty clones and IP stealing drivel that was on iOS Marketplace. Will they? No. Of course not. They don't give a shit. What they care about is preventing games that tell real messages about the Syrian political crisis and so on and so forth. That they don't want on there.
That's right. That's when it was originally brought up.
Yeah, there was. I can't remember the name of it.
Games are supposed to be entertainment. You are not supposed to.
You're not allowed to
tell anything important through games.
Yeah, wasn't it Endgame Syria or something like that? They called it. Yeah, actually, it was. And in fact, I will show you some footage of this, simply because I would like to promote it, and Apple refuses to. So.
Yeah, I mean the number of articles that talked about that, and then immediately followed it up with. So instead of this game that's about something that's really legitimate and important, look at all these other awful games that are in the Apple Store right now. And it's just like, Apple.
There was some really, really bad stuff in there. It's like,
you dummy.
Oh, iOS is a mess.
I've just been consistently disappointed by Apple ever since they changed from the Snow Leopard operating system, because it just went completely downhill, even on the computer side. Like on the mobile platforms, I don't keep in touch that much. My iPhone's like 7 years old or something, and I only have it because I got it for free. But it's like Apple has just been circling the drain as far as I'm concerned. I don't like Windows, but I don't like OS X anymore either. So,
I think it's coming to the point as well where, for the longest time, the iPad was the dominant tablet because really no one else did it better. And I think it's now coming to the point where they are starting to get it. And Android tablets are becoming more and more popular. And once that happens, obviously, development switches over, people prioritize Android, and then you can just buy whatever good tablet you want that actually does what you want it to do and performs properly, instead of saying you have to buy an iPad to get access to all this software or you don't get access to it at all. Which is what is currently happening. You don't have an iOS device, you can't play iOS games. There's a lot of iOS games that I want to try. As such, I own an iOS device so I can have access to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Die.
Yeah, and we should also point out the difference. Yeah, we should also point out the difference, by the way, because people like to be picky and they love to be right. We are well aware that you cannot copyright a game mechanic, and it's good that you can't. If you could, then we wouldn't have genres. But it's not. That's not really what these guys are doing. They're not nicking a game mechanic. They're nicking the entire framework of the game. The whole thing. It is a blatant copy in every respect. Where is the line drawn, you might ask? Well, that's the whole point of the law. It's kind of nebulous. There's the reason why courts exist, because if it was just so cut and dry, we wouldn't need a court system. We wouldn't need lawyers. In IP cases, there is a lot of arguments that go on.
Yeah.
But it's sad. It really is. Vlambeer should not be getting fucked by this. And as a result, I would strongly recommend that you go and buy Super Crate Box on iOS. It's actually free on PC, so you don't have to buy it.
I was going to say, isn't it free on PC if you want?
Yeah, it's Vlambeer.
But if you wanted to support them.
Yeah, Vlambeer is doing a really bad job of making money because they're not charging anything for their games, but they need to start doing that. Ridiculous Fishing is also on iOS, which is a super fun game, by the way, and I would strongly recommend you pick that up. So if you happen to have an iOS device, Super Crate Box, and that, and obviously Love Trousers is coming out for PC, Vita, and so on and so forth quite soon. So, Vlambeer is cool, guys.
Can I bring up something incredibly sad I just read right now?
Yep.
That I think goes along the lines of circling the drain. Engadget just reported, I have never been to that website, thank God for news feeds, that Nintendo had for the Wii U, the original target sales was 5.5 million.
Yep.
They dropped that to 4 million, and it has only sold 3.45 million, which means that basically they've had to keep revising it down because no one's buying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The humiliating thing is that since this was all put together, the Nintendo Wii normal has sold 4 million. So more normal Wiis are being sold right now than Wii U's.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't new. This is what...
That is...
The PlayStation 3 was exactly the same situation. PS2 continued to outsell the PlayStation 3 for ages. You know, if the original Xbox was actually a really popular console, I'm sure it would have as well. But it comes down to the point that this is always going to happen in a transitionary period where you don't have any games. Like, there was happening with the 3DS as well, but now, because games are really starting to crank out, and there's good titles on there, the 3DS is selling really well, and they're doing really well with it. They're happy with it. The Wii U will do exactly the same thing once they bring out some good games for it. The problem is there aren't any right now. Unless you really want to play Monster Hunter, there is really not a lot of reason to own a Wii U. And Monster Hunter is a good reason, but it's not a good reason to own an entire console. Especially not since it's it's an update of the game. It's not even a new Monster Hunter.
If you knew how many times I have discussed with other people and I've said, the only thing I really wanted a Wii U for would be to play Monster Hunter Tri. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, and for the Wii, Monster Hunter Tri, they were big system sellers for certainly the Japanese. There's no question about that.
I mean, there are also always going to be people like me, right? When you guys were talking about the iPad, you were like, oh, the 5 is going to be coming out. I expected the conversation to go in the way that it would go if I was involved, where it would be, the 5 is about to come out, which means that the 4 is going to be super cheap, and I'm real jacked to get the 4, right?
No, it won't.
So I feel like, well, a lot of times when something new comes out, the older version is cheaper.
Unless their name is Apple.
That's how I got my phone. No, that's how I got my phone. It's an iPhone.
Here's the best part. Apparently, from what I read today, or yesterday, whenever the hell I looked this up, the days are blending. They're releasing, like, multiple new iPhone 6s or something. So there's a cheapo version that's plastic instead of metal. And basically, they're just going to scrap all the old ones. Like, you want a cheap one? Get one of the new ones. Like, what? So
well, that's actually hilarious because Apple's been pushing this we are a premium luxury product thing for ages, and now they're just abandoning it completely.
Yeah, they're making 2 different versions. So there's like a cheapo one, and then one that's like the premium one. Mm-hmm. Whatever. I'm glad I have one that I don't. When Verizon gives me another, you've been with us for 2 years, here's a cheapo phone, then I'll think about
getting that notice. I'm real excited.
Yep. Thank God for contracts. They're the best.
Yeah, about that.
I'll stick with that. Thank you very much. It's better.
No, but I do feel like there were probably plenty of places that when the Wii U came out, they were like, yeah, the Wii U's out. It's super exciting. Also, you can get the Wii for a little bit cheaper. And people went, Wii! Got that.
The Wii has a large back catalog of terrible games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's true.
I know what you're talking about. Cooking Mama is the best.
But here's the thing, though. The Wii U can play Wii games. So, like...
Badly. It doesn't even play them well. It actually takes ages to boot the machine over the Wii version. It's not good.
True.
I thought that was ridiculous when I heard about that you actually had to reboot the console into the previous version. I was like, what do you mean?
But at least it's there. I mean, there are so many systems now that don't have backwards compatibility at all.
Yeah,
so
well, PlayStation 4 will not
it.
have direct backwards compatibility. And that's like the first system in a long time not to.
And they're saying for backwards compatibility, at least the rumor was that you had to get that like Xbox Mini to go on your Xbox 720.
Which is hilarious. If that rumor's the case, it's like, well, for backwards compatibility, you've got to plug a 360 into your 720. Why don't I just use the 360 then? What's the point?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the whole point about a recent news that, well, not really recent, came out a couple of weeks ago, that the Xbox 720 was going to have an HDMI in, and so that you can plug in the 360.
Well, it's that, and it's also because this thing's supposed to have a lot of control over your cable box. They want to make it a media center as well as a console. Incidentally, it's good that we're talking about that today, but if you're watching it on the video, it happened several days ago, the announcement that they will announce the 720, I believe, on May 21st at the Microsoft
21st.
campus in Washington, so that will happen. That's going to be happening, which is good. Finally, we can see whether or not the thing's actually worth it as a games console, which we're not entirely convinced by yet. But then again, what information we have? We got rumors and leaks. We got nothing else. We don't know.
And none of the rumors have to do with games.
Nope. No, they don't. Not at all.
Yeah.
Look, it's not about games this time. It's about family interaction.
Good.
Which
That
is
means I
bullshit.
know exactly which machine I won't be buying, because you know what's about family interaction and games? The Wii U. You know what's about controlling your cable box, and I don't even have cable television? That would be the new Xbox. I think I'll buy a PlayStation 4, thanks. That wasn't a hard choice. Thank you for Microsoft for
I'll be
making
real
that for me.
honest. Yeah, right now, PlayStation 4 seems like the console to get.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Xbox
I
has to
agree.
do a lot of impressing because PlayStation came out the gate. Also, Beyond Two Souls. Did anyone see that the script for it? It's amazing. It's 2,000 pages long.
I will play the shit out of that Quantic Dream game.
That's so long.
But
2,000
the thing about PlayStation is also that currently there's a lot of people that are kind of invested in the Sony systems because of PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, because PlayStation Plus is a ridiculously good piece of value.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Demon Souls was on it a couple of weeks ago. I got Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus for my Vita for free on there. A couple of others.
Did you play Demon Souls?
Yeah, of course I did. Played loads of Demon Souls. It's a really good game.
Oh.
I played it when it came out, man. I got the special edition with the little art book and shit and the strategy guide that doesn't help you in any way. It's really cool.
No.
So I guess
So
TB's
there
the
it
only one
is.
that plays Souls games. It's what you guys are saying.
I don't
play
play
Souls
them
games.
enough
Yeah.
to like.
I don't have
It's
I don't
not-
have the
it's not my
time to
jam.
dedicate it to it. When would I find the time? You know. I wish I could. I really do. It's the reason I don't really play MMOs anymore. I can't even find time to play PlanetSide. It's kind of sad. I want to play Defiance. I want to keep playing Defiance, and I don't have the time.
Oh yeah, Defiance. I played some of that. That's cool. Did you guys watch the series?
I watched
haven't
the first
watched
episode.
the show yet. Played the first. I played
yeah.
the game, but I haven't watched the show.
I'll
But I
watch
know
the
there's
first
from the
something-
episode of it.
trailer, there's okay. I actually have a question about that game. So
Okay.
like, in the trailer, they say that there's supposed to be 7 races, right? But in the game, you can only choose from 2. Are the other ones like DLC or going to be DLC? Is that the idea?
I don't know yet.
I have no idea. I could not tell you. It isn't. I thought it was 8 races. Like they said 8 races in the trailer, didn't they?
I'm gonna look that shit up.
I remember that in the series they talk about the 8 races, so I assume that it's 8 races.
Was it 8?
The Council of 8 or something.
Yeah.
I thought they
Where
said
the 8
series-
races live together in peace. Blah blah
I
blah
thought
blah
in the
blah.
trailer they said the
Exactly.
7 great races all live together or something like that.
And then man, which is not great. I bet that's the twist.
Yeah.
Mankind is the weakest of the races.
Well, that's why I went alien. There you go.
I don't believe there's any difference at all, is there, between the races in the Defiance game? Pretty sure they just do the same thing.
No, they do pretty much the same thing, as far as I can tell, anyways.
Yeah, just cosmetic choice. Like Defiance is one
But,
game where the only character you can make is hideous. Like there is.
Okay. Sorry, I keep going.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm
it
prepared
seems like
for it.
it's impossible to make a character that actually looks good. Everybody looks hideous.
What
Which
my
is
character
why-
looks like a bam. So there are humans, and then there are Votans, which is not just one alien species; it's 7 alien species that all
Yeah, 'cause
See?
that's the whole
Earth,
point of what's going
along
on.
with humans.
The
Yeah.
7
So
races,
there
and
are
then the
8.
humans are the worst one. Called it. I don't even need to watch this show. I know what's happening. Han Solo and Hot Chewbacca are the main characters.
Yeah.
And
Hot Chewbacca.
Yeah, no, it really is. Like it's
the
hot,
show.
hot, moody Chewbacca is a member of that cast. There's no question.
I don't even need to watch. I know what happens. I got this.
In all seriousness, no, I actually kind of liked the show. It's not amazing, but I kind of liked it.
It was a
I've
good
watched
piece
the
of
two first
schlocky
episodes.
sci-fi. It was no Battlestar Galactica. I'll keep watching it.
No,
it's
not
alright.
even close.
It's worthy of my time and a little more than that, I guess, is probably a good way of saying it. It's worth watching. It is what it is. But who knows where it goes? Because let's be honest, SG-1 started out as a piece of shit as well.
That's true.
Fucking
Then it got picked
awful.
up by Sci-Fi, and they changed it up and made it more comedy and fun, and I had a blast. Daniel Jackson.
Remember when Sci-Fi changed from SCI-FI?
We don't talk
to
about that. We
SYFI?
don't talk
It's been
about that.
downhill ever since.
Hush.
Ever since.
Shh.
I still resist it. I still, like, every time I see it written out, I'm like,
No.
And then a single tear falls. It's awful.
I'm sad.
Anyway, go on.
I don't even know how we ended up on Defiance. It had nothing to do with anything, but...
It was probably me, sorry.
Anyway, yeah, that was the Vlambeer stuff. We should probably talk about where the rest of the Relic IP has gone. Because there's a couple of things. Gearbox has bought the Homeworld franchise in the auction. And
Right.
Nordic Games, which is a publisher of mixed reputation, let's just say, has picked up a huge bunch
They
of stuff.
picked up Darksiders?
Yeah, they got Darksiders. They also got Red Faction. Supposedly, they got Supreme Commander and MX versus ATV and a bunch of other stuff. It's difficult to say because right now, a lot of the IP is still under wraps. They apparently bought a bunch in a huge lot, but it's not clear as to what they got. So, but we do know they got Darksiders. We do know they got Red Faction. Yes, Dodger.
Wasn't Darksiders auctioned off
No.
to somebody else not too long
No,
ago?
it wasn't.
Am I crazy?
In the initial auction, nobody picked it up. There were rumors that Crytek would take it, but Crytek just ended up taking a
Okay.
bunch of the Darksiders team staff. And said they didn't want to make Darksiders. But funnily enough, now Nordic is talking to those guys about maybe making it anyway. They also put out this big PSA asking the community what they should do with it. And it's like, well, why the fuck did you buy it if you didn't know what you were going to do with it in the first place? Bear in mind,
When I
Nordic
heard
is
about
very
that
much a
news-
publisher as well. The most recent game they put out was Painkiller Hell and Damnation, which for once was not a bad Painkiller game. They're also responsible for all the other shitty ones, I might add, like Painkiller Resurrection, Painkiller Recurring Evil, and so on and so forth. And they make Painkiller HD, but that was made by a company called the Farm 51, which has got a lot of the ex-People Can Fly guys on it, who were responsible for that anyway. So, I don't know. Nordic getting a hold of this big sack of stuff is not necessarily a good thing.
Like, I kind of... Sorry, keep
Sorry.
going.
I was just concerned with, so you guys bought the game and now you're asking people what you're going to do with it. Why the hell did you buy it in the first place? I was really pissed off because I'm really passionate about the Darksiders series because I feel that it's actually a series that never gets the appreciation it deserves because
Very true.
people always end up buying like Darksiders 1 and Darksiders 2 as well. The people just buy it when they go like dirt cheap, when they're in the bargain bin. That's when those games start selling. And I don't understand because a lot of people are saying, oh, we got all of these crappy sequels and all these games that always do the same thing. And I think that the Darksiders IP has been something that, okay, it pulls a lot of stuff from Zelda, pulls a lot of stuff from God of War, pulls a lot of stuff from several games, but the delivery is amazing. I've always thought. So it always amazes me that Darksiders doesn't do as good as it should. And then you have this company that picks it up and it's like, oh, we just got it. We don't even know what we're going to do with it. And I'm like, well, good. Thanks. Thanks a lot for that.
Matt, you almost sounded like an American Italian mobster there. We don't know what we're going to do with it. It was brilliant. It was wonderful. You should do that more often. You know what I'd like to see them do with it, as ridiculous as it sounds? Side-scrolling brawler. Right now. Darksiders 3 is a side-scrolling brawler. Fuck yeah.
No.
Death and war go on an adventure together.
I play that.
Basically, Famine gets punched in the stomach and then kidnapped by bad dudes, and you've got to go save her as war and death. How wonderful would that be?
It's not Famine. They have their comics thing. I don't think it's called Famine, the other one.
I know. I was making it up and making a Double Dragon reference. I'm sorry, but there you go.
I kind of understand the idea of this is kind of a loved franchise. Maybe if we buy this and then we make an effort to really listen to the community to see what they would like, because these games haven't been doing well, right? So I understand that to some point. I think picking up a something that they think has potential, but they want to make sure they do it in a way where the community will actually buy it and play it. So trying to get people involved so that they are invested.
Right.
Yeah, it could work. It is definitely disturbing, though, because these guys do have a reputation for being the studio which takes beloved IP and then just completely runs it into the ground. And Painkiller is a prime example of that. It is really terrible.
So what else have they done? I'm not that familiar with Nordic games. What else have they done
Most people aren't
Painkiller?
familiar with Nordic. If you go on Steam and you search for Nordic as a publisher, then you will find out exactly what they do. And I've got a list of their stuff here. They did publish some good stuff, like all credit to them. But they also took some stuff that was good and ran it into the ground. Stuff like Spellforce, for instance. Spellforce 2 was re-released and then had a bunch of DLC content tacked onto it for no apparent reason. That's a game that came out like 5 or 6 years ago and yet was suddenly re-released. Nobody knows why. Painkiller Hell and Damnation was pretty good, although they actually cut some content out of the original Painkiller, which was like, what? You made an HD remake and you're cutting content? What the hell are you doing? Book of Unwritten Tales they published, which is really good. That's a really awesome point and click. They published Arcania, which was Gothic 4, basically, which wasn't very good. If I recall correctly, Nordic used to be like Joe Wood, I think, and there's a lot of games under their banner that just aren't very good, unfortunately. And it's really hard to suggest whether or not they're actually awesome at what they're doing.
What was the
I'm looking
response?
through their stuff now.
Huh? Jesse?
What was the critical response to the last game?
What? Which one?
Darksiders.
Darksiders 2? Pretty much
Yeah.
critical acclaim. I think the only thing that people found wonky, aside from the fact that the PC port wasn't very good, was the loot system seems kind of contrived, and it was sort of dumped in there for no reason, and we're really not sure why.
Okay.
I loved it. I loved Darksiders too. I even tried making a series on it, but unfortunately it didn't really pick up, so I had to cancel it. But I
just the way
played
of
the
things.
hell out of that game, and I thought it was amazing.
It was good. I liked it.
Tried to look up reviews because I feel like there's something. I don't know.
It just didn't sell very well. I mean, that's
I don't
the
know why it
simple
didn't
fact
pick
of
up.
it.
It didn't.
It just didn't sell well.
It didn't.
People didn't dig it. Don't know why. No one knows why. It just didn't.
The interesting thing is the same thing happened to the first one. It didn't sell well either.
No, it didn't.
But yet everybody loves it.
Yeah, it got critical acclaim and nobody fucking bought it, which happens every now and again, unfortunately.
It's just weird. I don't get that.
I don't. I'm trying to figure out, like, I really need to sit down one day and find. Look, executives of companies, come meet me. We'll sit down. We'll talk. I need to figure out why projections are always so high. I don't know about BioShock Infinite. I haven't heard, but I assume that's doing just fine. Walking Dead did just fine. Far Cry 3 did pretty okay. Devil May Cry was like way under projected sales.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider, I heard that was under projected sales.
Tomb Raider, Sleeping Dogs, and Hitman all failed to meet projected targets. That was a big thing for Square Enix.
Dead Space 3 under projected sales. Crysis 3 under projected sales. I don't know about Injustice yet. I guess we'll find that out soon. Metal Gear Rising, I believe that was under.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
All these projected, they have all these games. They're like, these are our big blockbusters, and they set their every single time they set it so high. I guess assuming they're gonna have the next big thing, but I don't get it because what happens is I know Dead Space 3 and Crysis 3 are basically at the point of EA's like balls to y'alls. And
good. Hopefully EA will run out of IP to run into the ground. They'll have to think of something new.
So I feel I like Dead Space. I like my heart is broken because that's probably not going to happen again. And Tomb Raider, Square invested so much money trying to get that done, and I don't know. Who knows if we'll ever see another one because that game's kind of wonderful.
It's a good game.
And Devil May Cry, the new one, is a great game. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah,
awesome.
I will
love it.
I will back you up on Devil May Cry, man. I'm sorry. I will fight each and every Devil May Cry fan, and I will tell you that I like that game, and I am not ashamed of
I
liking
love
it.
the game too.
And again, I don't know what no one. It's so weird. There's a lot of good games, and it's those they for some reason get it in their mind. We spent this much money to make the game. I think we had this conversation last week. This much money to make a game, and they screwed themselves out of I don't get it. It's
right.
so
Well,
aggravating.
I get it. I mean, the issue is right now that we are actually in a console slump. I wouldn't call it a crash, but we are in a console slump. We are at the end of a very long generation where people have had to endure more bullshit than any other generation in the history of console gaming. They have had to deal with all sorts of shit. PlayStation Network getting hacked, the Kinect, the fucking PS Move, the notion of the Wii U just coming out for no apparent reason, the fact that motion controls are taking over, the needless shovelware associated with any motion control game, and the overemphasis on anything that isn't games by people like Microsoft and Nintendo. That is the kind of stuff they've been focusing on. Also, the mobile market has been getting a lot stronger. People are saying, why the hell should I grab $60 games when I can get a 69-cent game and I can have a little bit of fun with it? Yes, and it goes back to the fucking Penny Arcade made this argument 2 years ago. They saw this coming. There was a cartoon where it said, oh, you know, your 69 iOS games are shitty. It's like, okay, well, here's what we're going to do. You buy a $60 game, I'm going to buy $61 games, and we'll see who has more fun. And that argument is pretty damn strong. There's been a lot of... And then you've got to think of other stuff like...
Argument.
Yeah, you got to think about other stuff like always on DRM and the bullshit that publishers are putting people through, online passes, trying to crack down on used games, which I don't even disagree with trying to crack down on used games, but the way that they're doing it is just... People are getting super pissed off with it. And you end up in a situation now where people just don't want to buy as many games. And also people are waiting for the next generation as well. So releasing games right now, considering those projected sales figures come from like 2 years ago when they actually started making the game. Yeah? And back then they probably would have sold that many. Now they don't.
Right.
And unless it's a guaranteed seller like Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty or maybe Battlefield, then you are going to end up in a spot where you cannot rely on those projecteds. You can't do it. And unfortunately, a lot of these games are actually going to end up being a loss as a result.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the fact that I feel that a lot of publishers are maybe publishers, producers, developers, whatever. There may be just there's a lot of problems that you can solve in video game making and whatnot that you don't need to just throw more money at it. And I think that they're used to that period previous to the this whole console slump, as you put it. They're kind of used to the time of the fat cows, which is it's a Portuguese thing that we say, which is at the time of the fat cows, everybody has a lot of money. We throw money at everything. Nobody gives a damn. And I think they're used to that, and they just throw money at stuff. Like, for instance, I did a playthrough of Far Cry 3, and usually at the end of every playthrough, I let the credits roll. I couldn't do that for Far Cry 3 because the credits are 40 minutes long. That's how many people were involved in that project.
Yep.
And it's like, really? You needed that many people? Come on, like, have someone fake voices or something, you know? I don't know.
Didn't we discuss that earlier?
Did we?
Anyway, I see what your point, and the funny thing is that Ubisoft actually gets that. That's why Blood Dragon exists. Blood Dragon's like, right. Hey, we got all these assets and stuff. Let's turn it into a different game. It's not like a long open world game. It's like a 6-8 hour campaign. We're going to sell it for $15. We're going to make some money on it. At least they would have until people hacked it and leaked it all over the internet. So I'm hoping still people still buy that game, by the way, because if it ends up being good and it doesn't end up doing well, then you guys just fucked yourselves hard.
Pretty much.
I honestly, I want to buy that game because it looks like it's really original.
Well, the funny thing is, it's not original. It's a throwback, a gigantic throwback. Yeah. And that's good. What I mean
by original is that there's not a lot of people doing that kind of game, is where I'm going with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the kind of games where it's just like there's tons of creativity kind of being thrown around? This happened in Far Cry 3 as well, like the kind of stuff that happened when your character was high and you see a lot of creative level design and all kinds of weird stuff happening. People these days are just getting into that slump of making, you know, the gray and brown shooter thing, the Battlefield, the Call of Duty, all that stuff. So when I see a game that's like, I don't do shooters. I generally don't do shooters by nature. And I bought Far Cry 3. I played the hell out of it, and I loved it. So, yeah, I'm going to get Blood Dragon, and I want to get into Blood Dragon as well, because it looks like it's just fun. It's not the whole brown, gray, whatever. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I like
purple as shit is what that game is. It is neon. There is a lot of purple. There's a lot of bright lights in that game.
Purple, red, neons.
There's something I want to talk about, and this is totally gaming related, but also related to this. It has to do with wasted. Like, I felt like they wasted their money on this, and it's the Far Cry 3 mechanic of throwing a stone. I realize that's a really cool thing to have in the game, but when you rarely use it, and then at one point late in the game, they force you to only use that, that is infuriating. That one mission is the worst thing man has ever created. Where you've spent the entire game murdering people, countless people, and this one point you're like, look, I can't do that anymore. I gotta throw stones and sneak. It's shoehorned in because they created a mechanic that they, up until this point, you had no real reason to be using.
Yes.
You could have just crouched, and that would have saved a lot of time and money. I'm just saying.
Welcome back to the Game Session Podcast. Hello, greetings.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, since Skype stopped caring, so did we. So it seems like a good idea.
Yep.
Night is dark and full of internet problems, it seems. Alright, it happens again. The VOD's unaffected, so I really don't care. Alright, well, let's do release date, shall we? Let's see if there's anything cool coming out over the next couple of weeks. That would be nice to know. It'd be nice. It'd be cool, right? It's actually not that much. I'm sad, sorry. But a few things we can talk about. So, today, that being, of course, Wednesday, we've got Monaco. Monaco releases for PC and
Did you actually have to look that up? I hope you did.
Today being, of course.
I don't know what's happening right now. Yeah, anyway, yes, Monaco, PC, Xbox Live. It's a thing. It's happening. And I need to do a video on that game, actually. I've had beta for a little while. What I've played of it, it's pretty cool. It's a heist game. It's 2D, top-down. For the most part, you have a couple of different characters. In fact, there's about 8 different characters. They all do different things. And you have to get in and get out with the loot. So there's a few stealth aspects to it. There's some combat to it. There's co-op. It's neat, from what I can tell.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yep. Also, a few other games that I don't know a damn thing about. Stormwind, Cairo, and Dyad are also coming out on PC today. Also, Thomas Was Alone for PlayStation 3. That game is really, really good, by the way. It's, if you're into puzzle platformers, that game's really awesome.
Europe is getting it for free today on PlayStation Plus.
Nice. Yeah, definitely worth it.
Only Europe? Is it? Can maybe America get that, maybe?
I think it's only Europe for now. Because I do the PlayStation Plus incoming thing, so I know pretty much all about that.
Yep, sometimes they put different games on each region. That's just the way of it. There's a lot of licensing stuff. It's out for PlayStation Vita as well, so that's always good. What else do we have? Blackrock Shooter the Game. I don't know what that is.
What is that?
Yep, Draw Slasher for PlayStation Vita as well, and on the 25th of April, Mac users will be able to get their hands on XCOM Enemy Unknown Elite Edition. There's nothing really elite about it, it's just XCOM with, like, the skin pack and that fucking Slingshot DLC, which was awful, so... Rayman Legends Challengers for the Wii U coming out as well. That is the little precursor game, and Excitebike for Wii U. Is that... That's not a new version of Excitebike, right? That's just Excitebike, it's... Virtual Console or something. I thought it was already on Virtual Console.
I don't know.
That'd be
awesome if it was.
I feel like if it was a new...
No, it's Wii U Virtual Console launch. No, it's Virtual Console. It's... Because that's not been out on Wii U yet, has it? You haven't been able to actually do that.
I don't follow Wii U.
From what I can tell, everything I'm seeing on Google says that it's not a new one. So, yeah. Whatever.
Right.
Which is kind of sad, but also they'd probably ruin it anyway, so who cares? If you want an Excitebike-like game, then just get Joe Danger, which is incredible. Oh, Joe Danger, the movie, isn't that on PlayStation Network for free right now?
Is it?
Yeah,
it was on PlayStation Plus not so long ago.
Yes,
but I think it's right now.
Yeah, I grabbed it about a week ago. Maybe it's off now. If it's not off, you need to play Joe Danger, the movie. It is so good.
I forgot that that's like a game.
Yeah, it is.
And not a movie. I was like, man, they're doing movies now. And then it hit me that was what was hilarious about that name.
Indeed. Star Drive coming out for PC on April the 26th. I did an extensive preview of that game. It is. Yes. I'll be looking forward to it if they fix the performance problems, because that was a big deal when I played it.
Them.
Well, I say they. It's like a one-man team, so yeah. Yeah.
Every time you start to go static, I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
It's all right. Zack Zero for PC is coming out on April 29th, and April 30th, of course, is when you will be receiving Soul Sacrifice on Vita. Zombie
Unless you're
Tycoon
in
2 is
Europe?
coming out. Yeah, unless you're in Europe, in which case you won't be, so har. Although Europe is getting, on April 26th, they're getting Dead Island Riptide. That's already out in America right now. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. I assume that's already out in America as well. The new Dragon's Dogma game. Yeah.
I don't think it's out
so.
yet.
No idea.
Is it not?
Is it?
It must
I
be.
don't
Like,
think
it,
so.
it would be very odd for Capcom to release a game first in Europe.
I think it's releasing simultaneously. I'm not 100% sure.
Are they both coming out Friday? Huh.
I think it's actually 26th on the US and 27th on Europe because I've been following
weird. That would be a
game.
Thursday. No, it would be a Friday. 27th in Europe would be a Saturday, which is very, very unusual. So I'd be quite surprised if that were
But
the
I
case.
think they're coming. I think both are coming pretty close together, US and EU.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's out.
Most
in
likely
EU
they're
just-
out by the time you see this podcast, so I guess it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter in any way. Deadly Premonition Director's Cut finally makes its way to a PlayStation 3 on April 30th. Well, that's a video game. And also Xenoclash 2 and Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, both out April
Blood Dragon?
30th.
Whoa, hold up. Whoa. I think I just overlooked the fact that Deadly Premonition, that might be on my things to play. That game is bonkers.
Yes. Deadly Premonition is
Total
bonkers. That's a game that people initially thought was dreadful, and then Giant Bomb kind of got behind it, and it developed this very cult following. Deadly Premonition
yes.
might be a game you need to look at.
No. Director's cut and everything, I'm in. I'm in for $1. That will be a let's play. It's happening.
Yep.
That game is Fahrenheit levels of nuts.
Oh yeah, it's
happening.
silly.
Perfect.
It's very Twin Peaks.
Yes.
Xenoclash 2 for PC, man, and Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. I'm really excited about Xenoclash 2. That Xenoclash 1 was a really good game, and it was utterly weird. The world was just, I want to explore more of that world, and I want to punch more alien birds. And I can do that in Xenoclash 2.
The Blood Dragon trailer sold me.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm
Have you
in fully.
The Blood Dragon is
Have you seen the live action one that those guys made?
No.
Yeah, it was done by Corridor Digital, who make amazing stuff on YouTube. It is good.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's basically ultra levels of 80s like violence and gore. My
Yeah, it's
favorite
late
part
80s,
of the
early
entire
90s nonsense. It's great.
Yes.
I don't remember what it's like. It's like incoming transmission. It's an arm with a tape, like a cassette tape
Yeah.
on it. It's so good.
Yes.
It's just...
And then it's like, but what if the virus catches on? It's like, oh my god, I don't want to spoil it. The ending is amazing.
Pretty sure they
Watch
fight
that.
during a nuclear
have to watch
explosion
that.
as well.
Nuclear explosion. He fights a robot like it's like katana wielding neon katanas fighting samurai robots with a nuclear explosion in the background. It is the best. Like in a mushroom cloud. And he's like, you only have 45 seconds till it reaches you. He's like, that's all I need.
Yeah, it's just
Wonderful.
beautiful. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, April 30th is going to be pretty good. Soul Sacrifice, Xenoclash 2, Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon. Yeah. Yeah. And also a boxed version of fucking Xbox Minecraft. Great.
Yay.
Yeah.
People actually play that on Xbox. I'm like,
Dude.
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the last time I mentioned it on my show, and I was like, does anybody even play that? And I looked up the numbers. That game is
Millions.
extremely successful on
Millions.
Xbox. It's crazy. I was like, what?
It's still surprising.
God, and the base game's really rubbish as well. It's like, it's only good if you get mods for the bloody thing. The base game's really boring. But apparently they don't care about that, so.
What is going on with Sandra? You look, I have a question.
Yes.
I need to know.
Okay.
Every time I see you on a webcam thing, you are constantly putting food in your mouth.
You are eating in the middle of a show, which is like, what the fuck? You come in late, you eat soup in the middle of my show, and you fucking let your cat on camera, and you just don't care. That's
Look,
just
he
disgusting.
forces his way on camera because he knows he's a star. This is not my fault.
He's a tryhard. I'll give you that much.
I'm just saying. I was on Tumblr the other day, and you do another wonderful podcast. It's like
Oncopod?
Yeah. And there's gifs of you, and every single gif, it's like everyone else like talking, and you're just like, like, what do you do? Oh God, you are one of a kind.
Thank you. I love you too, Jesse.
Giftsofdodgereating.com. Make it.
Oh no.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, I'm gonna go register.
Don't just make a Tumblr. I don't even know how Tumblr works. I don't know what that thing is, but I guess you could make a Tumblr of it.
DodgerEating.com. Jesus, that's got to be a fetish.
I like
There's
food.
some guy right now who's like, yes.
Oh God. Oh no.
All I want is for us to be at a convention together and some guy be like, I'm really a big fan of your Tumblr page, DodgerEating.com.
And you can never go to PAX again. Oh,
Oh no.
It's just over.
It's over. I mean, this is when my career goes like this.
this is the end of dog racing.
No, it's actually going to go up, but for all the wrong reasons.
I could
how do
have
you
even
make a
turned that into something I'm not going to. I'm not going to disgrace myself with that.
You make a what?
Never
I'm
mind.
trying to make a
Tumblr?
second Tumblr account, yes.
It should just be when you sign into Tumblr. There should be a little, like, under where it says doing it wrong and loving it, there should be a plus sign that says add.
Oh, God! Yes, okay.
Wah, 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 wah.
Anywho, so
Lovely.
guys.
Just lovely. All
So,
right.
yeah, I wanted to say something about Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, which
As
I'm not
you
sure if
wish.
you guys have been following that, but since we mentioned the launch of that game, I figured I'd throw in my 2 cents.
Okay.
Which is I have to really criticize Capcom about something.
Criticizing
which is,
Capcom? No, you wouldn't do that.
just a little bit, because do you guys actually know what Dark Arisen is, or do you guys haven't seen it yet?
Well, I know what Dragon's Dogma is, but I would assume this
Okay.
is some kind of pseudo sequel, right?
No, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is like Dragon's Dogma, but they added some DLC, but they don't sell you the DLC. They sell you the whole game.
The whole game again.
Again.
Is
with
it
a little
really
bit
the whole game again? It's not just
yeah.
like Riptide, where it's like, hey, we're going to use the same assets and add a few things, but it's on a different island and shit, and yeah, it's more the same.
Last time I googled it, it's the exact same game. They're changing a couple of things, like they're making traveling easier and whatnot. because
Seriously?
traveling was a pain.
Jesus
and
Christ.
they added a new island to the game or something, and a couple of more levels for your skills and whatnot. And I just thought, oh, so this is kind of like Super Street Fighter 4, and then Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Turbo Hyper Mode Super whatever.
I've made the argument about Super Street Fighter before. I mean, if you look at the how much it costs to make one Skullgirls character, and then you multiply that by the fact that it's fucking Street Fighter and way more high fidelity, then you can absolutely understand why they released that as a $40 game, when they put 8 new characters and put an additional move on every character. That's actually very expensive. But in the case of this doesn't really make any sense. If you're telling me that this is just the same Dragon's Dogma, but it's got more content in it, then that's bollocks. Like, it makes sense if you're putting it on a different format. Like, you think about Persona, right? Persona 4 Golden is on a different format with a shitload of new content on a new generation of hardware. That kind of makes sense. This is on the same bloody thing. It's on Xbox again. This is just...
And PlayStation 3.
Seriously? God damn it. Capcom is so stupid.
And the worst part is, like, you'd think at least they'd sell you the DLC, because I think that for Street Fighter you can buy the DLC for the characters.
For
and whatnot.
arcade, you can. For Super, you can't. Like, Super was such an upgrade, they said we're not selling DLC for it. For Arcade Edition, which was an additional 4 characters, they did sell that as DLC, but you could also buy it. Which was actually good for PC gamers, because they didn't release Super on PC for some reason, so we just bought that.
Well, the latest stuff that I googled, basically they say they're not going to sell the DLC separately, which I'm just like, so I have the game, I guess I have to buy the game again. Thanks, that's awesome. I love it.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that does suck.
Yeah, that's what you want, clearly. God damn it.
Stream.
I don't know. I just hate Capcom. It's like
I wasn't sure what you were talking about.
no, it's just Capcom. It's the streams obviously been going like a bunch of Twitch streams apparently been going up and down like yo-yos today. It's just the way of it. But at the end of the day, Capcom just is making repeated stupid decisions and is constantly pissing people off. And I just wish they'd stop it, because they keep making good games and then annoy everyone with what they do with them.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I had also copyright claims on my channel when I was covering Dragon's Dogma, which was also a pain in the ass.
Seriously? They actually claimed your shit?
Oh yeah, I had full commentated over it. I even had a face cam at the time, I think, and it was like a montage where I was fighting a griffin, then a cyclops, and then something else, so that I wouldn't show the players the whole.
And it got
travel
taken
stuff.
down. It got flagged by Capcom.
It got flagged by Capcom.
Dicks.
I disputed it. It came back instantly, like 10 seconds or something. Your dispute is denied. Like your video is.
Oh, there's a way of getting around that, man. You should. Were you part of TGS at the time?
I'm not sure.
Because if you're part of TGS, you should have talked to them immediately. Because there is actually a way of getting past that. But yeah, it's that sucks.
But the funny thing is, like 2 months later, I re-uploaded the video. Nobody cared.
Yeah,
it was fine.
To me, it's like I think if it's anything like the Sega thing, it's like abusing the DMCA system to get high search rankings on stuff that you put up. That's what that sounds like. If it was around when Dragon's Dogma launches, they probably only wanted Dragon's Dogma footage from their channel, the official stuff, rather than you. So they're like, oh, we're just going to nuke it then. We're going to illegally abuse the DMCA process to do this. So, yeah, assholes.
It's funny because a bunch of people bought the game because of my videos. They say in the comments like, oh, I bought the game just because of your videos. And then it's like I never covered the game again because I was just so pissed off with it. I'm like, look, I'm done.
I fucking boycotted Sega because of this bullshit, and I still haven't stopped. So there you go. All right, well, let's get off that topic then. So that's all of this stuff. There's one trailer I really want to play just because it exists. Oh, yeah, dodgereats.tumblr.com now exists.
That's
anyway,
a thing.
Yeah, thought it would be a thing.
That's literally, look, I'm sure you had a great conversation, but I was focused.
Which is funny, because you're like one of the only 2 of the 4 people in this room that actually play quite a bit of Dragon's Dogma, so you would have been useful in that conversation, but fuck you. So, we're going to go do a trailer.
Sorry.
We're going to do a trailer. This trailer's got jazz in it. This trailer has jazz in it. You guys are going to need to go watch this yourselves, because the stream's obviously on a delay. So, we're going to play... This is the smooth trailer for Leviathan Warships. Let's take a look.
Peggy 7. So many trailers are fast. Time to take it slow, like a boat. Leviathan Warships by Paradox. Tactical turn-based strategy in a naval setting. What more could you want? Blow up some ships. You've earned it. 4 different game modes. You gonna ship yourself? You want to customize that boat? You want to add some armor? You want to add a cannon, a laser? Customize your fleet and play it against your friends. Why not? You're the boat boss. Fight on the waves and save in the clouds. You don't gotta be in the clouds, you're a boat. Boats can't fly. Cannons, cross-platform, coal engines, customization, lasers, lifeboats, low tides, leviathans, boats, bombs, baddies, and birds. You boat your ass. Single-player campaign stretching across 4 different platforms, and when you're bored with that, you're gonna play with your friends and shoot their boats. This ain't no $60 title. It ain't expensive. It's cheaper than a real boat. Can't argue with that. Baby, this boat's going whether you're on it or not. Leviathan means big. The money we saved on voiceovers we put into the game. Leviathan Warships from Paradox Interactive and Pieces Interactive. Ship just got real. Free shipping, if you know what I mean. But really it's digital. There's no distribution costs.
It's genius. You can't fail with that. You cannot fail with that.
The best
if you know what I mean.
trailer I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Speaking of...
You don't have to be in the clouds, you're a boat, was the best thing. That's when I cracked up at that one.
Pro tip, boats can't fly.
Yeah.
Speaking of games being very similar, like we were talking about earlier, there's a game called Crimson that's been out for a while. It is literally that game. It's like the boat.
Oh, Crimson Pirates? Yeah, Crimson Pirates. Yeah, that was actually made... Wasn't that made by Bungie? Or at least some ex-guys from Bungie?
I do not know. All I know is that it's a really great game. If it's anything like this new one, I'm in, because that's one of the few games I actually own and play all the time. So
yeah, Crimson Steam Pirates was actually by Bungie. So yeah,
there you go. Similar games.
I believe that the combat is in real time. However, on this one, it wasn't Crimson Steam Pirates a turn-based game, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I played it. I might be thinking of something else.
Basically, you select where you want them to go, and then they move, and then it all goes down, and then you reselect how you want them to handle it.
As far as I can tell with Leviathan warships, it might be some kind of... I don't know, actually. No, I'm looking at it. You might be very right there. I don't know. Whatever the way, it's boats with fucking laser beams, shit tons of ironclad motherfucking Leviathans that are shooting stuff at each other, and that is exciting to me.
It's so good.
It looked pretty cool. I can't say it didn't.
Yeah. Let's hope the Paradox managed to make a game that isn't horribly buggy, because as much as I love their concepts, they often fuck them up. That's the reality of the situation. I'm sorry, Paradox, but it's true.
It's cheaper than a real boat.
It is.
I remember that one video you made once about some game with submarines or something. That was messed up. It was completely glitched. Wasn't it? Might have not been submarines. I might have confused
It wasn't
them for
Gettysburg
land
Armored Warfare,
submarines.
was it? If
It
it was
probably
Gettysburg
wasn't.
Armored Warfare, then holy crap, that game was a buggy piece of shit. That's another Paradox published game that ended up being completely unplayably bad. That was the idea was the American Civil War never ended, so it was like mecha civil war and stuff. There were airships and tanks and shit, but it was just awful. Oh man.
But then again, that particular game didn't have a jazz trailer like this one. I think that might have been part of the problem.
If it had, I would have forgiven all of its problems.
Exactly, because this trailer is just like...
I was turned on. I want it. I want it bad.
Ships
We're talking
are
about
big.
the game, right?
Yep. Ships are big.
No, Leviathan means big.
Leviathan means big.
So,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, that was a great, like, really bad voiceover. Like, hey, Phil, you want to do this thing? Sure, okay. I loved it. Loved it.
It was awesome.
It's pretty pro.
What is next on our... Is there a game called The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing? Because we need to look at that one.
We're not doing any more trailers. I don't have any more.
Aww.
Oh.
Sorry.
But
He
it's
just shot you
incredible,
down.
and it's an adventure of Van Helsing.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Star Trek game we talked about earlier.
Oh no.
You can
I'm
only
just
handle
saying,
one
because
bad-
it's a movie tie-in game, it's like I instantly like, oh, it's probably another bad game. I don't know. I don't know if it is or if it's not. I'm just saying that's what I think whenever I see like movie tie-in games.
Yeah. What's going on, TB? Okay? Everything okay?
Yeah, apparently we had some
Ben?
sound crackling, and now people are telling me 2 minutes after the sound crackling happened because, hey, welcome to the 2-minute delay. So it's actually pointless, because by the time that has happened, it's
Gotcha.
fixed itself. You get what I'm talking about.
I gotcha.
Not a time
Good old-
traveler as much as I wish that I was.
If only one day.
Yep. Also, my Twitter seems to have gone to hell, which is always wonderful. It's like, oh no, I can't tweet. That's probably for the best.
Oh.
Are we live right now?
Yeah,
Should be focusing on the podcast, man.
Oh,
that's what
she was like,
live.
so I'm just gonna go and
Whatever.
I thought you're like, look, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks for
done.
watching the TGS podcast.
I'm
Yeah.
done.
After enough technical problems, you just kind of get sick of it, right? It's like, I'm just screw it, you know.
Should we shut it down?
No, we're fine. We can do host topics. We're cool. We still have time, so everything is.
We only have 15. No, wait, we started late.
Oh, now you're frozen. Oh, now everybody's frozen.
No. Well, I can see us.
Okay, good.
Good. As long as you can, we're good.
We'll stop
Panicking.
moving and see if she'll actually fall for it.
No, that's no. Oh my gosh, are you? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Can we have your camera back, please? You're fucking with my overlays. God damn it.
The counter troll messes up Kiki's.
Fuck. All right, let's do
I'm
host
sorry.
topics. Rui, you are the guest this week. That means you get to put out the first host topic. What do you got? What do you want to talk
Oh,
about?
I get to put out the first host topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been thinking, and one of the things that I wanted to bring up is, I'm not sure if you guys talked about this previously or not, but it's the current state of difficulty in video games.
Okay.
You guys discussed this recently? No?
No.
I don't think so.
No?
Not outside of the
Awesome.
usual bitching. I mean, if you're not in depth.
I want to know which direction you're going to go with this. Please.
You do? Okay, so the thing that I'm talking about is there was a time a long time ago when I would play a game, I knew that I could play normal difficulty and I could just sit down and enjoy a game and still be somewhat challenged because it is the normal difficulty. And I want to talk about the fact that in recent years, the normal difficulty to me is like the default easy, and the easy difficulty is like the AFK difficulty, so to speak.
Well, that was friggin' Bioshock in a nutshell, wasn't it? And that's been all of the Bioshock games, and it actually they did it better this time. Honestly, that if you talk about Bioshock, the original on hard mode, it was still really easy, and then anything below that, there was no challenge at all. So
it's like the fast fooding of the game universe.
Absolutely, yes, that's a great way to put it.
Basically, for those of you, I guess this is only an American thing. So if you're outside the United States, bear with me here. 10 years ago. Maybe 15 years ago, if you went to a McDonald's, for example, and you said, I'd like a medium or a small, it would be like, yay big. And then a medium would be like this, and a large would be like a little bit rounder-ish. Now, small is the medium is the big, like large, and then large is
a bucket.
It's like a bucket.
Yes.
And it's not just McDonald's everywhere now. And they changed it so dramatically that it's just like, I'll go to a restaurant and it's like, yeah, a medium's fine. And you get a drink. It's like, I was not prepared to engulf this much. Like, you have given me too much here. And it's that kind of thing that's happening with games, where it's as more and more people have it as normal is easy, and they keep having to change it. One of the things I noticed right away is in the new Dishonored DLC, there is a new thing that popped up called Veteran. So there's like super easy, normal, and then there's this Veteran, which is like, hey, if you know how to play, this is what you should really be playing as. And then there's the super hard ones.
yes.
Like they had to put that there because like otherwise you will decimate the shit out of this game.
That's actually a real point. The notion of difficulty levels being synced up to the difficulty of the previous games and actually giving a reference point is pretty important, because I picked hard on Bioshock Infinite because I knew that Bioshock was really easy. And hard was not that hard, but it was definitely a lot harder than Bioshock. And I kind of wish I did normal simply because I found the combat system like so uninspired that I didn't want to spend a lot of time doing it, right? So I kind of wish that I'd started on normal. But at least you could kind of change it mid-game. I do definitely agree that there are lots of examples of games that have hard modes that are never hard enough. And I also believe that you should never make normal mode too easy. Normal mode should be the baseline for your average gamer. And I don't believe that gamers are getting worse at games at all. I think that's actually bullshit. There's definitely a desire for hard games, and thanks to achievement points, there are people that will go to ludicrous lengths to play games in the most perfect way possible.
I would say that it's a trend based off of something that I think has become really important over the last, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years, that people seem to always forget because everyone tends to think gamers as being younger, but the average gamer age right now is like 36.
Yeah.
Like that's the average gamer age.
True story.
So I feel like companies, even though I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but they're saying, like, how much time do people have to invest in this? How much patience are they going to have? If you keep wiping over and over again or dying on some random stuff, are you going to want to keep playing? Or are you going to be like, I'll put it aside and then do what I do sometimes, where I play a game and then I get to a boss that I just can't beat. And rather than attempting to beat it, I'll put it aside, like, I'll come back to tomorrow. Weeks go by and I never touch it again.
Yeah.
And I feel like that might be a thing to consider as well. Also the fact, and I think this worked really well with Deus Ex Human Revolution, I love that they just flat out said it. The easiest option was, do you just want the story? Because that's what you're going to get.
A lot more people are doing that now. Yeah.
And I think that's something to consider as well. That sometimes people just want to see what happens. Like in Bioshock,
I'm actually fine with that, by the way. That's a totally cool way to do things.
And I like it that that's what they said, rather than this one's normal, and normal being easy. Like, look, if you want to play the easiest way and just see the story, click this one. If you want to challenge, click this one. If you want to just bust your balls, click this one. And that's what they flat out said. And I was like, thank you for this, because I know exactly where I stand with your game.
Yeah.
They did a great job.
But that's the thing. Some games actually do it well, where the normal mode is actually a decent difficulty. Like if you look at, let's say, God of War Ascension, where the hard mode is actually hard, and the normal mode is a normal mode.
Apparently, there's a huge difficulty spike at Trials of Archimedes, though, right? That's a complete dick, so I'm told.
It's the problem with it is that they didn't do a checkpoint in between a specific gauntlet fight, so people are really pissed off about that. That's the one thing that happens, because it's not as hard as people are making it out to be.
Okay.
At least it didn't seem like it to me, and I did it before the patch that nerfed it or whatever. Right. But the thing is that, for instance, if you look at a game like, let's say, Tomb Raider, like I wanted to play that game on normal, but I knew that normal was going to be too easy. So I played it on hard, and yeah, the hard difficulty to me in Tomb Raider was what needed to be the normal one, and the normal one needed to be the easy one. Same thing happened in Kingdoms of Amalur, because if you play Kingdoms of Amalur on hard, it's still a cakewalk.
Yes, it is. I complained about that, actually, when I did my 6-hour stream of it. It's like, this is not remotely difficult. Especially if you're the kind of player that really likes to do side quests, which kind of you should be, I suppose, when you're playing a game like that. The only way to make that game even remotely challenging is skip every side quest, do only the main stuff, and as a result be underleveled. That's the only way to make it difficult, which is bad game design.
So I guess the whole point is that I wish that normal level would actually be normal again, because I'm not the kind of gamer that it's not like I want to play the hardest possible thing ever, because I just want to play the normal version. It's just the normal version of current games is actually the hardest one. Yeah. It's just, that was just my point of discussion is all.
Right, no.
No, it's true.
I mean, you're definitely right. I feel like it's I don't know. I feel like people are saying it's changed for the worse, but I don't think it has. I just think that we need to readjust how we view things, and rather than say this is normal, just change it a bit.
Yeah.
Well, the point is as well that if you're going to make normal easy, then you need one more difficulty than just hard. Like, that's not enough. That's a one-size-fits-all for core gamers, and there's under no circumstances do I believe you should be doing that. If you're going to make 2 difficulty modes that are designed for people that are really, really bad, and I'm not good at video games, but I still blitz your games on... You know, my Bioshock video I played for, 80 minutes on hard, while commentating live, which is very distracting, and I died once. Once. Yep. Mm-hmm. That is an easy game. If I am only dying once in 80 minutes, that is an easy game.
Yeah.
It might be like, because I think the idea of like an advanced setting. So normal is what the programmers have as like, this is our normal difficulty. Advanced is maybe there's more items, but the guys are harder. Hard would be the guys are harder, but you have the items that you would have on normal. Stuff like that, and just like that kind of increase.
There just needs to be all the difficulty levels. It's really simple as that. Yeah. I understand there's a lot of coding involved in it, and if you do difficulty, there's ways to do it wrong. Like Borderlands, how is it difficult? Bullet sponge enemies! Woo! We could take 300 bullets and not die. Like, this isn't fun. This is not a fun version of difficulty. You didn't make the guys smarter.
That's something that actually turns me off of Borderlands every now and then. When I had never finished Borderlands 2 because I always feel that, exactly like you're saying, the enemies are too bullet spongy. And like sometimes I'm like, oh, I just landed 5 headshots, which means absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
I'll have to land
it's
10
just
more.
the damage multiplier. It's like, no, exactly. I shot this guy in the head. He should be fucking dead. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's a real problem. I suppose, you know, balancing difficulty in that regard is hard, especially in a first-person shooter. What do? It used to be, they just used to make stuff more... What's the best way to describe it? They made it more scarce, yeah? And I think actually in Dead Space, they used to do that as well. Like, the harder difficulties of Dead Space, like, ammo is much harder to find, stuff that regenerates your health. The problem is you get rid... pretty much all FPS now use a regenerating health system, so you can't even do that. Yeah, and if you end up making it hard, what happens in a game like that is it just means you die really fast, and then you respawn, because like all these weapons are now hit scan, so there's actually no way to legitimately dodge bullets, as it were. You can just reduce the chance of you being hit by them at a particular time. It's not like Doom, where there's a lot of enemies firing kind of fireballs at you and you're dodging them all in a skill-based fashion. That's not actually what's happening there. So that, I guess, is a problem. And... then you talk about the shortage of items and ammo and things like that. Hard to do when you only have a 2-weapon system, right? In something like Duke Nukem Forever, not Duke Nukem Forever because that was awful, Duke Nukem 3D, you could get a lot of weapons pretty early on. The RPG was available on the first level. Think about that. It's a ridiculously powerful weapon, but where are you going to find the items, the actual ammo for it? You're going to have to search hard. Like, the ammo is hidden from you. That is in itself an inherent piece of difficulty.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually in BioShock. There was a heater weapon early on that I just didn't get because I was afraid that I wouldn't find ammo for it.
You can't find ammo for it. It's impossible. And that's kind of a nice little nod back, because I picked the heater up. I waited for everyone to leave, and then I got the heater. And I'm like, yeah, you can't find ammo for this. And that kind of sucks, because I don't think that, as far as I know, and maybe if you've played BioShock and you found ammo for that first heater, you can tell me wrong, but I explored a lot of places in that game, and I found no heater ammo at all.
Yeah, no.
Which is pointless.
That's why I didn't get it. Yeah,
it was pointless. That completely defeats the point of having a secret weapon that gives you a bit of an edge early on, but you have to fight you've got to really work to get the ammo for it, and you've got to be very accurate with it. That defeated the point of the exercise, so that was a lost opportunity, I think. Yeah, difficulty, again, there needs to be more of it. There are some games that allow you to customize your difficulty. Like, maybe you like certain parts of the game, but you don't like other parts of it. Deus Ex, the original, the realistic difficulty on that was actually difficult from hard. It was different from hard. On hard, enemies took a lot more hits. Realistic, they didn't, but they were a lot more attentive. They spotted you easier, and they killed you faster. Like, in the first level on realistic, you could die to a sniper just like that if you were noticed instantly.
So they actually improved the AI, which is something that I would really, really like to see on games in terms of difficulty instead of...
Deus Ex did not have very good AI, like, I've got to say, but they did sharpen it up a bit. And there's a lot of games with very bad AI these days. I don't think there's really been legitimate development on AI, if I'm totally honest. I haven't seen any evidence of that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, because I don't know this, and hopefully you'll know a little bit better, but what is the inherent difficulty difference on normal and hard for, say, like StarCraft? Like StarCraft 2, I can do hard mode pretty easy. Like, once I've done normal and I know how the map works.
Are you talking about Heart of the Swarm here? Because there's a big difference between HOTS and Wings of Liberty in that regard.
Well, I'm talking about both, but I mean, the idea is that, like, I can do, once I have normal down and I know how the map works, I can go in and do hard. The problem is that I don't know, like, do they build faster? Like, does the enemy build faster? Do they have more units to start with?
Yeah, they have more units, basically. It's really as simple as that. The bases will be set up so they're more difficult to take down. There'll be more static defense. They will inherently have more units. If you play if you play a skirmish versus the AI in StarCraft, if you up the difficulty level, past a certain point, the AI will start to cheat. So it will get a resource multiplier. It will also be able to see what's going on your base. So it will be able, you can't really take it by surprise. So the harder difficulties on that are designed for you to around pure macro. Like, your macro has to be really good, because you have to be building so fast that you're keeping up with an AI that's cheating. Yeah. And then you
cheating bastards.
Yeah, pretty much. So the difficulty on StarCraft between campaign and skirmish mode is actually a different system entirely. But if you play on brutal, which I played on hard for a bit, and then I decided just to play on brutal because hard was just a joke. And brutal is like, well, they're going to have more stuff. They're going to attack you more often. You need to establish your defenses earlier. You need to at least be reasonable with your control. You can't just sit there and lose 100 lings to banelings or whatever and keep doing that, because the AI will kill you if you do.
Well, that's why I don't do it. No brutal for me.
What did you play on? Did you play on normal or hard?
I always play through it first on normal. Try to get all the normal achievements.
When you did your playthrough of it, was it on normal or hard?
Normal, because the hell if I'm gonna die once and have to redo it.
Yeah, and I assume you didn't. Like, I assume you didn't die on normal at all, right?
No, normal was a breeze. Normal was really easy. Yeah. Yes,
yeah.
Dodger, I saw your hand.
Oh, that was just me going like this because everybody's turning into robots again. I'm just gonna sit here.
No, yeah, normal is what I mean. I guess playing StarCraft. I'll be honest. Right before second one, or the Heart of the Swarm came out, I played through the first one all over again, just so I could remember things, so I didn't look like a complete fool. Like, I'm not the best StarCraft player, but at least I can, like, survive. So I was like, all right, sure.
Did you ever play ladder in StarCraft?
No, back in the day, Warcraft 3, original StarCraft, I used to play that all the time. But I don't know if you're aware, I am a horrible sport when it comes to competition.
Really?
And
What?
I've never noticed that before.
I cannot handle if I lose. I go into like fits. I do not like losing. And turns out, back in the day, the higher I got up in the rankings, the more I would just get my ass destroyed. So I would go like 10-0 and be really excited about it, and then just hammered. And once I saw my record was like 10-11, I just delete the account and remake a new one and be like, I'll do it again. And I'd try again. My Warcraft account, and I'd try again, and then I'd be like, 11-0, yeah, baby, one more game, and it's like 11-1. Like, okay, I got this. One more game. 11-2, like, oh, one more game. 11-3, like,
Yeah.
That was
So it's at that point actually. If you lose, in my opinion, if you lose like 3 or 4 games in a row, you should just stop and come back later, because you will get in a mindset where it's very hard for you to break out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and that is what happened to me all the time. So there's many nights long ago where I was very angry about that, and I would just like, hey, you StarCraft, you're worst, and I did not do that anymore, and I just can't. I do not do competition very well. I get very aggressive. Let's not ever do a sports thing, because I will knock Dodger down. I will
like an actual physical sport thing?
Yes, I will abuse the shit out of all of you.
TB's
I like how he's pretending. We're not gonna fall for it. You were far too. The hands gave it away. You were far too ahead of it. You've never once been like, guys.
I do hand talking all the time. I just don't do it on the podcast because I can't be fucking arsed. I like to lie back in my chair. I'm like, yeah, video games.
Guys, today lots of stuff is going on. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like I'm chilling.
Is that that's a nice shirt you have on there, Mr. Biscuit.
Well, IPL. Yeah.
Yeah, your IPL shirt.
I'm reading it. I'm wearing the shirt of a dead league.
Oh.
I actually snuck my way into an MLG cast once wearing this shirt and didn't tell them. And just cut it off on my webcam. It was like, yeah, guys. Anyway,
That's awesome.
Yeah. I think we've got time for one more host topic before we wrap this show up. Dodger or Jesse, do you have one?
Mine are usually terrible and don't lead to anything, so...
That's fine. Since we're going to the end of the show, I'm okay with that, but unless Jesse's got one.
I brought up Wii U, so that's mine.
You want to talk about Wii U?
What the fuck are we going to talk about? We keep every other week, we're like, are there any games to Wii U yet? Nope. Okay, let's not talk about it anymore then.
I can actually talk about something in specific about Wii U and Nintendo, if you guys want.
Sure.
Okay, because...
I've been overruled. Go on.
Please go on.
It's just because recently I had this discussion with a couple of friends, and we were discussing what's wrong with Nintendo and why the Wii U isn't selling as well as it probably should.
No games.
I mean, that's one thing, but I think there's also something else to the fact...
That is the thing, though, right?
Yeah, that is the thing.
But there's something else, Mr. Biscuit. You're missing out.
All right, let's hear it.
Go on.
The thing that I want to talk about is that the fact that Nintendo has this crowd, right, that grew with Nintendo products since the Nintendo Entertainment System, the SNES, all that stuff. And for those people, they were like between their teens and even being children at the time. And they made titles that were for children, like Super Mario. All that stuff is definitely intended for a younger crowd than the current generation of gamers, so to speak. And the thing is, those people are old now. That was a whole lot of years ago, basically. So those people are old. And even though some of them still nurture that sense of nostalgia, because if you go look at the latest Nintendo Direct, it's all about the Luigi DLC and Luigi's Mansion and Super Mario.
There's the new Link to the Past as well, right? Link
to the Past.
But basically, let's be honest, those people they're really immature. Kind of losers, right, K-Wing?
Wow.
Don't put any of that on me. Don't put any of that on me.
It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm going to get so much shit. I don't even care.
But
holy shit balls, you are terrible.
But the thing where I'm getting at is that all those people are old now, and even though they still have that nostalgia, there's also a lot of people that are now into the gaming culture that didn't grew with Nintendo. Like me, for instance, when Nintendo says, oh, we got a new Super Mario, I'm like, and I should care because I don't. And the thing we're discussing is that...
I don't at all. That's, of all the things they make, the Super Mario games are the things I care the least about.
And the whole point of it is that there's a lot of talent in Nintendo, though. I don't think anyone's going to go ahead and say there's no talent in Nintendo. So what we said is like Nintendo should try and make a video game that is more for an adult crowd, for a more aged crowd instead of always
Wasn't
keep
that
on
what
doing.
Metroid was?
Well, I mean, sure, whatever. There's one game there. You know what I mean? I mean, Nintendo has a lot of talent. They could really pull out a good game if they actually try to, instead of all the kids' games that they end up making.
Fire Emblem. There's another example. That's clearly designed for adults.
Whoa,
Yes, Jesse?
yeah, I just when was oh man, Sonic, right?
Yeah.
What was much like Mario, I could care less about Sonic, but what was the last Sonic game that was like a Sonic the Hedgehog, whatever, you do the loops and all that crap, and it's like
There's
a normal
been
Sonic
several
game.
of them.
Sonic 4 episode.
But when was the last
2.
one?
Sonic 4 Episode 2 and Sonic Generations both did that.
Last year?
But Generations
yeah.
has the whole 3D thing as well, so I'm not sure if that's what he means or not.
Well,
No. But basically, what I'm curious about is I feel like Sonic is more focused on like a Sonic game and more like Sonic is across all sorts of like Sonic. There's Sonic does this and Sonic does that and Sonic like he is a.
isn't that
he
pretty
is
much
a
Mario
brand.
as well? He fucking did tennis,
Right, and
golf, doctor. He's a fucking doctor.
I feel like it's weird because with Sega and Sonic, they oversaturated and in like Sonic's like he sort of just went
Well, they stopped
People still
making good
love him.
Sonic games. That didn't help.
right. But here's the thing. Mario games, while okay, they're fun, are they necessarily good? Like it's pretty much reiterations of the same thing over and over and over again.
Until the recent problem with New Super Mario Bros. 2 for 3DS, pretty much every 2D Sonic game has been 2D Mario game has been good. That one
Right,
wasn't.
But I'm saying, I feel like there's something inherently wrong with the fact that I don't know. He's absolutely right. Mario's been around so long; he's a pop culture icon
Yep.
to the point of just like guys who have no experience with video games, like me and my brother are dressing up like Mario and Luigi for Halloween. Hey, the ladies are gonna think it's cute, and it's like you have never once touched a video game. Shut up. Like it's that kind of thing, and I feel like I don't know if it's just like if everyone has outgrown that as like a game franchise. Because I don't know anyone who's like really excited about a new Mario's game's coming out. There's a few people, but really, it's just a thing that exists.
Yes,
And people they acknowledge it, and they're like, all right.
Yeah, there's a new Mario game, and it's like, oh great, a new Mario game, and it's like, okay. I think obviously, the 2D Mario games are the ones that currently get the least excitement. Like when we had a new 2D Mario game, which was New Super Mario Bros. For Wii, people got pretty hyped. Yeah, and to be fair, actually, they got hyped before that, which was New Super Mario Bros., which was originally for DS. Yeah, and then they did another one of those, and then they did a new one for Wii U, which is New Super Mario Bros. For Wii U. Yeah, and here's the thing. In my opinion, none of those games do enough to warrant people getting interested in them. Like Mario Galaxy is regarded as one of the best Mario games that have come out in the last 10 years because it did a lot of different stuff, and it wasn't just new. It wasn't Mario 64 2, right? Mario 64 revolutionized the 3D platformer along with Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, that everyone could pretty much accept. Mario Galaxy could have very easily just been another one of those, and it wasn't. They didn't do that. And that was cool. And that's why I think Mario Galaxy gets a lot of respect. But New Super Mario Brothers, I don't think that gets a lot of respect at all, because it's just like, we have played enough Mario. This is not like Sonic,
that's what I'm saying.
where we've been denied good games for like 10 to 15 years. We've always had good Mario games. Enough. Do something. You can use the characters, but use them on something else. Do it. Let's have another Paper Mario. I think, don't we actually? What Sticker Star is a Paper Mario game, right? Isn't it? Because that's supposed to be pretty good. Can we have a new Super Mario RPG? Can we have a new friggin' 7 golden coins or whatever the name was? It the 1,000-Year Door. Can we have that?
Can instead of that, can we have like a more adult game instead.
Again, we
which is
do. We
what
got
my
Fire
point was.
Emblem, and we got Metroid. Like they do have those games.
They have two. You just mentioned two names.
Yeah, but that's two franchises. That you don't have that many franchises, surely. And what are the?
Even Nintendo.
What Fire Emblem is it? Is it like currently on 5, 6?
It's Awakening. Fire Emblem Awakening. They always subtitle those games. I don't think they ever just said Fire Emblem 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But Fire Emblem is great, and it's like the best game on the 3DS, so people should probably buy it. But what you're suggesting is that should Nintendo actually make new IP at this point?
I think they should, because they have a lot of talent and they could actually work out an IP that could possibly sell the console. Another thing,
three Smash Brothers. That's three franchises that are actually aimed at adults as well. Although, admittedly, like teenagers like it too.
Smash Brothers.
Come on, Smash Brothers. Who the fuck doesn't like that game?
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's definitely fun. I'm not sure if I would consider it like an adult-themed IP, but
I wouldn't say it's adult-themed, but it is appealing to adults in the way that these Mario games aren't necessarily.
Look, I just want Nintendo to make a Dark Souls. Okay.
You want Nintendo to make a Dark Souls? Okay.
You are very focused.
Yeah, very focused. But the thing is, like, Zelda games sell to adults as well. There's a lot of examples of Nintendo stuff that is continually selling to adults, and I think, honestly, only Mario seems to be suffering greatly from this. Maybe Kirby. Kirby as well.
Kirby.
Yeah.
No, I feel like Kirby still has a weird, like, Kirby still has a weird cute factor to it, right? Mario, not so much. No one's like, oh, Mario, he's a cutie. No, like Mario as a franchise, no one really cares that much about. I mean, and the thing is Mario is pretty much the brand for Nintendo. Like, he's everywhere, Nintendo, and he's not like look, Mario, we need to put your ass out to pasture and just call it a day. You've had your time. Let's
just shoot you in the face, put you out of your misery.
Hey, you want to make a hardcore RPG with Mario in it? You can do that. And
Mario.
Well, do with Mario what they were supposed to be doing with Epic Mickey. Fuck the entire universe up. A dark Mario. I would totally go for that.
Yeah.
You can theme it like the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No.
That would be amazing. I would play that so hard.
You get to the title screen. It's smoke. Everything's dark. There's no sound. It slowly pans around. You hear thumping in the background. A bass thump. You slowly walk through this door. Smoky room. Strobe lights. It's a club.
Yes.
Get on the floor. Everyone do the dinosaur. Start. That's it.
Look, you know how the Dark Mario game would start? Mario arrives to save the princess, and she is just banging Bowser. And he's like, and it just closes in on his eyes, and he realizes that's why she's always so hard to find, because she doesn't want to be found. And he's like, and he just goes ape shit and murders both of them. And then he's on the run. Mario is a fugitive. And his brother Luigi has to find him! Oh, shit!
Kills him with a revolver. There's then a court scene that says, a revolver holds 6 bullets, not 8. This was a crime of passion. And so...
This
was cold-blooded murder. Mario ends up in Shawshank.
No, I'm telling you,
Luigi's Morgan
amazing.
Freeman.
Luigi has to hunt down his own brother, and you play as Luigi the hero, but also, like, oh my god. That'd be the single best... Nintendo, this needs to, and Daisy's all like, Mario, I can't help you, and Toad is a drug dealer, man. Oh, dude, that'd be the best, the best game ever. Oh, and you have to get in good with the Goombas. You take over, and they're like, what do you want, Mario?
You're basically describing that Grand Theft Mario parody that was done on the Game Station years ago by Country Club. What the hell happened to them anyway?
This would be a game, though, and in the end, there is an epic, like, just bullet time shootout between brothers. No, John Woo style in a church shootout between Mario and Luigi. Oh,
with bullet time and
why would they shoot each other? That doesn't make any sense.
Because he's trying to stop him, and Mario's like, I can't go back because as you play as Mario, you murder more people. Like you devolve into madness.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, I can't go back. He's like, Mario, and he's like, no, Luigi, you have to take me alive. Wait, no, dead. One of the fucking two. And they start shooting at each other. And it's slow motion, like, and then it's just like Ave Maria plays in the background.
Of course, yeah.
As they just start shooting, and church pews are exploding, and stained glass is shooting across the sky. Oh my God, it'd be amazing. It would be the best. Meanwhile, Yoshi's outside holding off the entire Mushroom Kingdom police force with fucking rockets. He's like, "Come get some, bitches!"
Now,
Nintendo,
see, this stopped
right here.
sounding like a game and started sounding like a new movie.
Yeah, it just sounds stupid.
Whatever.
I think
No,
that,
it's fine. Most games
actually,
are mostly cinematics now, so
that
whatever.
actually highlights the point with even trying to do a Dark Mario is it just becomes a stupid parody of itself, like about 2 minutes in.
I just want Yoshi with rocket launchers to go, "Come get some, bitches!"
Things that will
saying,
never
"Say
happen
hello to my
include.
little friends."
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's no.
Perfect.
Well. Yeah.
Thanks for watching the Game Station podcast.
We came to the conclusion that Nintendo keeps making the same games. Holy shit, what a revelation.
Another thing we said about the Wii U is it would be cool if they did some kind of PlayStation Plus service.
That would
could
involve them
almost
having
connect-
games to give you on the PlayStation Plus service.
Yeah, that's something they said too. It's like, yeah, that'd be over in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Pretty much. There's no games for it, so...
Yep.
It's okay. The Wii U has been spared the horror of aliens, colonial marines, so I guess it's okay. And again, with it's the same thing with the Wii U. It's going to be a case of Nintendo's going to make a bunch of stuff. It's going to come out later in the year or at the start of next year. We're going to get the new Smash Brothers. We'll get a new Zelda. We'll get a new fucking everything. Maybe we see Retro Studios come out with new Metroid, and then we see a bunch of third-party support like the Wonderful 101, and then everyone's happy and everyone's completely forgotten this. That's what might happen. And since the machine is a little bit less gimmicky than the Wii was, then hopefully we get less carnival games, and we might actually have a good system.
It's kind of hard to defend that when the first game they made was a carnival game.
Oh, what, Nintendo Land? That's not good.
Nintendo Land.
Come on, that's only in theme. Nintendo Land's good. Come on. Nintendo Land's a good game. But it's unfortunately a very limited one. It's not the Wii Sports of the Wii U, unfortunately. It doesn't have that kind of replayability.
It's got some fun games, though. There's some things that I really enjoyed, yeah.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in there. Definitely.
Chat finally caught up to our discussion about Mario, and I'm waiting for them to get to Yoshi. I can't read that thing. I can't look at it.
I like that someone said Mario Pain.
Mario Paint instead of Mario Paint. That's good. I like that. Mario paints the walls with your blood. Yes.
Let's end this thing. We're good. We're good. We had fun today. I had fun.
Yeah,
today.
I'd safely say that it is a good time to leave, I think.
Well,
let's wrap it up.
Time to get out.
Sounds like a good idea. Let us indeed wrap it up. And I suppose thank you for watching the Game Station podcast. Probably best that you know where to go and find us. And what are we doing this week? Jesse, what's up on your channel? What's going on?
Be sure to go to dodgereats.tumblr.com.
Oh,
submit all of your gifts of her. They're all going to go on this site. It's going to be wonderful. Go there, dodgereats.tumblr.com. Also, head over to youtube.com/Jesse Cox. Lots of stuff is happening this week. I'm really going to start pumping out videos like crazy.
Yay!
I have been like ridiculously. A lot of stuff is. I know. A lot of stuff is happening that is nuts and super crazy that I don't think any of us can talk about. But I've had to deal with that. And
oh yes, that.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be amazing. But I can't mess with it right now, so I won't say anything. But that's coming soon, and all sorts of other things are happening. Mostly gameplay and fun. Greenlight starts up again on Saturday, and I'm probably going to try and pump out even more RPG makers too. But I will say, I just learned this for those of you who are curious. Apparently, May 29th is the official apocalypse of YouTube when everything switches over to the one format.
Oh,
so,
Jesus Christ.
I want
fun.
it.
No.
Don't want that shit.
Oh well.
Everyone who switched over to that
Fix
has
yourself
reported
now.
lower views. Like, people just don't even give a shit anymore.
My God.
I think I'm gonna have to bring back cynicalbrit.com, aren't I? I'm gonna have to put all my videos on there so people don't have to deal with that shitty site.
Shabuzi.com, you should go there. That's where you can find all my videos. Or just get that amazing Chrome app that like links all your subs to you without even having
Video
to go
deck?
to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, video.
That thing's the best.
Yeah, YouTube video deck is pretty good. You should probably look at that. That's actually the best way to deal with YouTube and just watch videos. You don't have to leave comments. You don't have, though we prefer you left comments because search ranking, you know. But, you know, you don't have to read comments. You don't have to deal with the bullshit subscription system. You just get all the videos in nice little columns that you want. It's cool.
Yep.
I would strongly recommend it.
We're great.
Dodger, what's going to be up on your channel? Will it be news Monday, Wednesday, and Friday by any chance? Is that
There
gonna
will
happen?
be news Monday, Wednesday, Friday. There's a French surrealist game that I want to start playing called Off that everybody has said is really dark and interesting, so I'm really excited to play that.
All right.
And on my other channel, youtube.com/dexterity-bonus, you will find daily vlogs. So that's what I'm doing.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Rui, what's going up on Rurikhan?
I actually wanted to correct you on something, which is the nickname that you got there is 100% correct, but the name of the channel is actually different because that particular channel came into some problems with YouTube and whatnot.
Oh,
the
wonderful.
Channel that
All right. Blame Chris. It's Chris's fault. He didn't do his research properly. What's your real channel?
Oh,
It's okay. The channel is Rurikhan, so it's Kain. But what's
like hurricane.
Yeah.
But what's going up is that since I'm actually getting married in the 5th of May, I've been.
That's all you get.
On Cinco de Mayo, is it a Mexican thing? Because you're in Portugal. Close enough.
No, it's not really that close at all, Jesse. It's like an ocean apart.
Look.
And then some.
Shut it, Frenchie. It's close enough.
Frenchie! You better be careful because I can actually speak French. I'll
Them's
insult
fighting
you in so
words.
many ways.
Je ne comprends pas.
It's like wiping your ass with silk. But
I was about to say the exact same line. I was this close. Yes.
But what's actually going on the channel is currently I'm going to be continuing the Dark Souls playthrough that I'm doing, which is the Miyazaki tribute run where I'm kind of paying homage to the director of the previous 2 Souls games because he's not directing Dark Souls 2. Unfortunately, because I would rather he would do it, but it looks like the new directors know what they're doing. But anyways, the particular theme of that run, in case you guys are curious, is I'm actually using a ring that makes you take double damage, and that's all it does. So my character pretty much dies in 1 hit to anything. And then I've also saved something.
Look at you, show off. Look at you.
I'm not showing
I do
off.
nothing but play Dark Souls. It is my life.
Leave it.
Lies. You
Leave
just
it
said
to the
that
French to show off.
the featured video was a soul sacrifice video, so you're lying. See?
But everyone
and
thinks it's a Souls game, right?
But I actually saved something to just announce in the podcast, which is a lot of my audience doesn't know this yet, but I'm actually going to be releasing a new playthrough of Demon Souls, which is a really old game.
It's not that old, like 3 years.
Yeah, it's got a couple of years, but anyways, I'm going to be releasing some of that because I want to have footage for while I'm in the marriage and the couple of weeks after that because I'm going to take a vacation.
I like that. It's like the marriage will only last about 3 weeks, so I need to just cover that, and then
The marriage.
No, you know what's actually going to happen. Basically, Side Strafe is coming to my wedding.
Aww.
You guys know.
That's great.
Yeah, we know.
Hang on, is the wedding in Portugal?
Wedding is in Portugal.
That's why he's going to be
That's why he's not there.
in Portugal, remember?
That's why he's forfeiting the Blood Bowl League and giving me a 2-0 default victory. Okay.
It's forfeiting the Bull League?
Yeah, apparently he's forfeiting the Blood Bowl League.
Caused this. That's what you get, Frenchie. You caused this.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. That's never getting old.
I told him that he could even play at my house. I have a computer. I have everything.
He should,
shouldn't be a
actually, because everyone wants to see that game. I don't want to see him forfeit out. So when he comes there, you've got to press gang him into playing his game with me. Like, force him to do it.
But basically, the whole thing is that since he's coming over, he says he wants to go and watch some of the ruins and stuff in Portugal because there's a lot of castles and stuff. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll take you around the country for 2 weeks, and we might even go to Morocco and whatnot. So that's what's happening for the next weeks after the wedding. I'm going to be driving Chris around the country.
Sweet.
Aww.
So yeah,
that's cool.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
But yeah, that's what's going to go on the channel. And tomorrow there's another Soul Sacrifice video. That's
Cool.
about it.
What's going on my channel this week? Oh, balls, I don't know. Content patches regular. Obviously, this whole Shoutcraft tournament is a new thing, so I'm going to be focusing a lot of time on that, but shouldn't interrupt the regular video schedule. Content patch did come out today, just a little bit later. There is, of course, my Divinity video that I would strongly recommend you go and have a look at if you haven't already. It's pretty good. I will probably be looking at Star Trek if I can force my way through that game anymore. Oh, it's probably going to be dreadful. And I will...
Spock.
I'm playing Spock. It's gotta be.
You need a good Kirk.
You would be an awful Kirk. You
need an awful Kirk.
We might. I will be doing probably a Warframe video the next week with Phony, aka Mike B, who is like playing nothing but Warframe right now. So he's been giving me advice and I've been ignoring it and getting the stuff that looks cool, and that seems to work pretty well. So yeah, there'll be another Warframe video. I will do Monaco. Yeah, Monaco will happen. I've been meaning to do it and I haven't been getting around to it, which makes me a bad person. Obviously, I'm going to have to do Papers, Please, after you guys have just said, look at this awesome thing.
Dude,
so,
yeah.
gotta do Papers, Please.
Looks so crazy.
Yeah, that'll have to happen. And Xenoclash 2, and I've got pre-release of Blood Dragon, a legitimate one, unlike the rest of you pirating bastards. So I'll be bringing you that one. I think the embargo's up about a day before the launch, so I will give you the Blood Dragon video. I'll let you know if it's any good. And yeah, Xenoclash 2. So that kind of stuff will be happening. I do need to do a bit more Dota, I know, sorry, it's just not being the priority right now, but I am still playing it a little bit. I'll do a bit more Dota. And if you're into StarCraft, I'm casting Acer Team Story Cup stuff. There's a lot of VODs over on youtube.com/TotalBiscuit. There's some really good VODs I'd recommend. Caronte versus Mouse Sports is an amazing team match. That is so good, and you would be amiss to miss it. And Shoutcraft is starting on May the 4th every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Group broadcasts into the round of 8, round of 4, then grand finals. It will be really, really fun, I hope. So I'm looking forward to bringing that to you. And that's it. That's what's happening on the channel. So we're about done. Thank you very much for watching the Game Station podcast, folks. Please do go check out youtube.com/thegamestation. There is a bunch of pack stuff that actually went up there. A couple of really interesting interviews. If you go to youtube.com/lore, then you will see Dishonored lore in a minute from a week ago. There's also Sly Cooper lore if you missed that one, so you might want to keep an eye out for that stuff. And that's about it. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/TotalBiscuit, or CynicalBrit if you just want video announcements. Dex Bonus, Jesse Cox, and I have to assume, is it
Rurikhan?
Rurikhan with an H?
Yeah.
Yes, Rurikhan with an H for Twitter. Twitter.com/Rurikhan. We're done, folks. Thank you very much for watching the Game Station podcast. Good night. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.